Oh, God.
First, let me be clear. I am gay. I have been gay.
All right.
Furthermore, I love sex. Because of that, I will seek inappropriate conduct at the Minneapolis airport or anywhere else. Again, I am gay, and I should have told my family and my friends about it. I should not have kept my wife because I am gay. I'm coming out today. I hope you appreciate my openness to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator, former Senator. Well, he's intending to resign and intending to stay around and intending to get all the action he possibly can of that variety. 10:01 at 560 WQAM. So who was that guy, Keith Jackson, that came in this morning, introduced himself?
That was Jason Jackson.
Jason Miller. And I said, boy, a heck of a job in The Exorcist. One of my favorite scenes of all time was when...
Timmy, why you do this to me?
I'm afraid.
Please, Timmy. I'm afraid.
And now let's see, what's the rejoin one we're going to... Yeah, that one. Well, not every break. Yeah, we're going to be doing some jingles today because I don't have that disc with that new bad voice. Because Clarence can't get his act together. And Clarence Even's got George Rodriguez on the schedule today, 10 to 2, never change it. Here's George.
Don't go getting any ideas.
You know, to show you how sick the media is and how full of crap, the Sun-Sentinel, the story about D. James Kennedy finally croaking, to which we say, oh, and you owe me a great vote of gratitude for that yesterday.
I do appreciate it.
You were oblivious.
I
you
had
weren't even
no
aware.
idea.
And your vast audience of lunkheads out there weren't even calling you to tell you, hey, guess what? The old
No,
bastard croaked.
nobody did. You were the only one standing by his hospital bed holding his hand.
But anyway, the headline in the Sun-Sentinel says, Kennedy remembered as pioneering evangelical minister. Oh, my God. Is this... Talk about sucking ass.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, God, sucking dead ass, no less.
Yikes.
Even Quasimodo would be embarrassed. Now, that's just pathetic. Kennedy remembered as... It should say, Kennedy remembered as bigoted, hateful son of a bitch. That would be more appropriate. D. James Kennedy. He croaked in case you missed it.
Oh.
In case you were out of town, he's dead.
Oh.
First Jerry Falwell, and now this son of a bitch, and then maybe Pat Robertson next. What a year it'll be, huh, if we can get rid of all three in the same year. And then maybe, what's the other one's name? Dobson.
Yeah.
James Dobson. There's another one.
We can pray.
We can only hope. Oh, Pavarotti is dead.
Yeah.
Competition by
Pagliacci. Yeah. I don't understand why anybody listens to that, why anybody watches it. It just, I don't get it. I'm just not a sued. Do you have to be a sued to go to the opera to watch that?
It helps. Yeah.
Famed opera tenor Luciano Pavarotti, who appeared on stage with singers as varied as superstar Dame Joan Sutherland, U2's Bono, and Liza Minnelli. Liza Minnelli, oh my God. Died today in Italy after suffering from pancreatic cancer. Manager Terry Robson said in a statement he was 71 and fat. Big and fat. Huge and fat. The great tenor Luciano Pavarotti died today at 5 in the morning in his home in Modena, the city of his birth, according to Robson. The maestro fought a long, tough battle against the pancreatic cancer, which eventually took his life. The portly singer, see that's portly.
Yeah, fat.
That's like the other headline about D. James Kennedy. Same thing. The big, gigantic, fat cow singer retired from stage and opera in 2004, but was on a farewell tour of concerts when he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2006, underwent emergency surgery to remove the tumor. Although the remaining concerts of his tour were canceled, the management said he had hoped to resume the tour in 2007. Guess what? Surprise! Ain't gonna happen. He's dead. Right. That's bad. Much as the star power of Rudolf Nureyev and Mikhail Baryshnikov received widespread interest in classical ballet in the 70s and 80s, Pavarotti's beaming charisma and bravura style captured the attention of the late 20th century audience for opera, all 10 of them. There he is.
For me, my profession is to try to be the best like I have always done.
Yeah, go have some more pasta and get back in the box, okay? Back in the box. Here's George's poll from yesterday. Boy, 378 votes. Well, what kind of a number is that?
Well, I started it late. And,
this is such a bad poll. Come on. Started it late, my fat ass.
Yeah, that too.
This could be the worst poll you've ever taken. What should Chris's nickname be?
Right.
Well, what kind of a poll question is that?
No, I think it's important. It's one of the most important polls.
Well, the audience did, and that's obvious.
Yeah, well.
378 votes. He shouldn't have 108. You see, when he shouldn't have one wins, that's not a really good indication that they're all whipped up about, they don't care about Chris.
Exactly.
With all due respect, I don't say that, as a knock or a shot, but they just don't care that much.
I know.
Chris P. Cream, 78. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, it is cute.
No.
Fat Chris, 34. Pinky, 34. Lunkhead, 32. That was my vote. Lunkhead. I think that says it all. Ballpark Frank, 31. I don't even understand that.
They plump when you cook them. They're plump.
They lunk? Shrek, 29. The Fat Dog, 19. And Tour, 13. That not bad, the Fat Dog. We got the gay dog, the little dog, the big dog, the mad dog. That's sports for you, man. A bunch of stupid crap. So I heard we all had excuses this morning. George had some volcanic bowel movements. Kept him on the throne at home.
Explosive.
And I had to take my little Mexican buddy to the dentist, which,
Hola.
Oh, brother, which he's got all kinds of cavities and stuff. They must have some tremendous practitioners in Latin America, Yeah,
I heard they have all kinds of cavities down there.
What are you trying to say?
Rectum.
But at any rate. And Chris had some other way. He's got a cold. He's sick. He's ill.
Correct.
So he was out buying, crap, drugs. Shh. And so everybody was in late this morning. And if we would have been smart, we wouldn't have come in at all. But anyway, I got a chance to hear some of the Joe and, what's the guy's name, show? Keith Jackson. And love having Joe back. And Jason came in and said hi and kissed my ass for a little bit this morning before the show. But, so many spots. No wonder Joe is screaming. You'd be screaming, too. And this is remember when we first came there, he was screaming at Duff. Screaming and yelling, oh, these spots, this format, how can we get any rate? Remember that? And now he's involved in the same thing. So George told me a minute ago that before the show today, he was in the magic room.
Or yesterday.
And ran into Fat Ray Perry, who I still don't know what it is that he does there besides get the Dolphin tickets for everybody and get the sports tickets.
His official title is Schmoozer.
He's Greg Reed's official schmoozer. Rhymes with loser, among other things. At any rate, ran into him in the tea room, and Ray said, so what does Neil think about the new morning show? And George said, what did you say?
He said that they're overloading it with spots, just like they did for the first thing. They're going to destroy it. They're going to destroy the ratings. You're not going to have a ratings number that you can sell, but you people don't care about that because you're penny wise and pound foolish.
And he went, And that was it?
Yeah.
That was really the extent of the conversation?
More or less, yeah.
Wow. And he said, you just wait till those other 10 sports stations come on here. But anyway, to boil it all down, to capsulize it for you, those of you who may be missing some of the sports shows, what it's all about is this. Can the Canes score enough points to win this game? And how many games will the Dolphins win this season? And then that's it. That's all you need to know. So I saved you a lot of time. I'm not just talking about on this station. I'm talking about across the street. All these sports shows, local, yokel, that's all they know from. Every call, that's it. Can the Canes do this and can the Canes do that? And will the Dolphins, how many games will they win? I think they're going 10-6. Ho, 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 ho. 613 votes. Since we're so number intensive, we ought to get that numbers guy all whipped up to a frenzy. The one, you're just mailing it in, that guy. All you do is talk about numbers. Well, I see some good numbers here every day. I'll tell you that right now. Wow. And I think to myself, just because I'm fat and old and ugly and, and disgusting, why won't you just let me come up to you and stick my tongue down your throat and give you a big kiss and a hug and take you home, Don't we all think that?
All the time.
We never stop and think about the fact they're looking at us thinking, oh, look at that. Look at that old disgusting fat faggot.
Sure. Well, they don't think that, but...
Well, whatever they think in my case,
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, Jesus, God, come on home with me and let's have a good time. Here's the poll. Who is your least favorite departed QM host? Now, we did the one about the one you missed the most on Tuesday. Here's the one you missed the least. Mo Howard David winning in a landslide. 170. That guy that called yesterday, or Tuesday, that had to be bogus. I mean, even Joel Feinberg isn't stupid enough to hire him.
Right.
Remember that guy? It says on the, it doesn't say anywhere, okay? Although I think it's a great idea. If I'm Joel, I hire Mo right now. Put him on from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. All of the above, 137. In other words, Chubze Allendreer. I'll miss any of them. 137. Scott Farrell, 77. Miss him the least. Geldy, 73. The Crow, 48. Kenny Walker, 37. For a guy who was only there for a cup of coffee, man, he sure pissed off a lot of people, including me. That was the worst piece of crap Anyway, Defo 28, Mark Eisenberg 21, Ron Hersey 16, your least favorite, and Joe Costello 16. Who had all those bogus votes on Tuesday? What did he ever wind up with, do you know?
I don't know.
A staggering number of phony votes. And I just have the feeling that he was sitting there, well, he's got a lot of time on his hands. How often does he do that show on XM?
Every day, every weekday, I believe.
He does?
Every evening.
Monday through Friday.
Right.
On XM?
Are you sure?
Wow,
Yes.
I thought he had a weekend gig going. So he's actually got like a real job, Joe Costello.
And he
Well, that's good. Maybe that's why he
does it
doesn't
out of
bug
his
me
house.
with those phony butt-sucking phone calls anymore. God. I like you, Joe. You're a good guy, but don't ever call me again. Oh, you ought to be on XM. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. And then, of course, it comes back to me with a follow-up call saying, oh, well, they don't feel that the truck drivers that they're appealing to on XM radio want to hear some fat fag like you knocking religion and God and stuff like that. And I thought, oh, okay. No problem. I won't take it personal. 12 minutes after 10 at 560 WQAM. Here's our schedule today. I'm assuming the rest of the day the schedule is correct because it's got you on 10 to 2. Clarence can't even do something as simple as this without screwing it all up. He is the Screwmeister. Mad Dog 2 to 4, the Power Hour with Mad Dog, and the Humper 4 to 5. The Humper by himself, which is enough for 2 or 3, 5 to 6.
That was funny.
Dolphins all access 6 to 7 because we have to kiss their ass because we got the Dolphin games, which is killing us. Hurricane Hotline at the Rathskeller 7 to 9. Boy, we got some program. And then Dolphins all access again 9 to 10. Wow. Followed by Game Night with Eddie K 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. No Marlin game tonight, which is a real blessing. They've only lost, 21 out of their last something?
Yeah, about that.
And they're 20 games under 500. And buried deep in last place in their division now. Even the unctuous Washington Nats, who just kicked their ass again yesterday, are 3 games ahead of them. The last place, 20 game under 500. And boy, what a coup for Joel Feinberg across the street to get the Marlins and the Panthers.
You get a lot of big sports with Neil Rogers on Sports Hole Radio, WQAM. Jesus,
Michael Vick found Jesus. He might get kicked off the squad, so he found God. All right. Michael Vick found Jesus. He likes to abuse K9s, now he'll do time. If you're well known and you want to atone, call a preacher on the telephone. Say you love JC when you enter your plea.
All right, 10:18 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday to you, El 6 de septiembre. And the phone is as dead as a doornail. How were your calls yesterday? I bet you they were smoking.
Oh, yeah, they were smoking something, but they weren't calling.
Really? They weren't calling? You mean like
you
this?
know, whatever. You know,
There's not a call on that board, man. And now that we got the new morning show with all the spots on it, Joe Rose and Kevin Costner, whatever his name is. What was his name again?
Jason Jackson.
Jason Jackson. Why do I have a tough time thinking about his name? I don't get it.
Too many
Maybe if
JJs.
we put Ray Perry on the show, too, that would put it over the top. And Ray could do some live spots.
Why not? Doesn't everybody?
567. In fact, I'll tell you what. Call in and we'll let you do your own live spot. Today is Thursday, so we got the 2-for-1 deal again at noon today. River House in Fort Lauderdale is on today. And these are $50 certificates going for $25. Am I right about that? We got 100 of them, I believe.
Yes.
That's what the Muffmeister said when she came in this morning. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, that mortgage commercial, that guy say the S word like I thought he said?
No.
Oh, take a look at it again. I think you might hear it.
In a commercial?
Yeah, the mortgage commercial. The guy said it.
No, the guy did not say it. Listen, don't be knocking our spots, okay, although that would be a lot of material. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. Just say something, that's all we ask. We don't want you to say something intelligent, something important, something meaningful, something significant, something worthwhile, something useful, something, just anything. And they still can't do it. Is there anybody home? That's the question. Look at that. This is very depressing to me. This is even worse than Tuesday. And I'm supposed to come and do this 5 days a week starting on Monday? I don't know. I have to really analyze this. Although, everybody I talked to, which, isn't a whole lot of people, but they said Tuesday's show was fine. They thought it was great.
Yeah.
And why are you screening the calls again, you idiot?
Well, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to screen or not. So
No.
I would. Okay, cool.
No.
I like that.
It doesn't work. Don't you understand?
Screen
When
the
I'm here,
calls.
it doesn't work. I've been doing it this way for 100 years. Don't pay any attention to fat-ass Jolly Joe Bell, okay? He doesn't know talk radio from that fat ass, okay? Do not be doing that.
Sounds good to me.
QAM, hello.
Hi, Neil. I like
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
Heck of a job of screening, too, by the way, there, Chris. He puts Reverend Jones on. Yes.
He's a terrible screener.
He's
but
the
you're not
worst.
Screening.
Yeah, maybe that should have been on the poll yesterday. We'd have had some votes. Terrible screener.
Well, you put me and Andy back on. Yeah, what about Greg?
Yeah, okay, no thanks. QAM, hello.
I've been talking to myself for 2 minutes, and no one's been answering. I guess he ain't screening.
No, he's not screening.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Why are you talking to yourself? Well, this place will make you do it.
Yeah, you know what? Listen, I've been doing that for years, so.
Now, let me ask you, is there any live spot you'd like to do on the show?
Yeah, you know what I'd like to do? What I want to do is I want to run Fred Thompson's campaign, basically take snippets from Law and Order and Hunt for Red October, splice them together. I think we can get this guy in.
What a candidate he is, man. What a jackass. What a big blowhard. If you look up the term blowhard in the dictionary, you'll find his picture next to it.
All right, love you, Neil.
See ya. Remember all that anti-Bubba business and the anti-Janet Reno business and just blowing a lot of smoke in the Senate? Always, with a big stupid mouth. That's Fred Thompson. But he's been on television, and like George says, when somebody's been on television or in the movies, they're a big superstar. Right away, let's make him the president. Right. Makes a lot of sense to me. WQAM, our favorite line. Hello.
Neil, you got to go to Reverend Kennedy's funeral?
WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm going to go dance on his grave. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just received a call, and you're using my voice or something.
WQ. Yeah, everybody's using your voice. It sure seems like it. QAM, hello.
Neil, I need some help.
Yes, sounds like it.
I got I was in a heated conversation with some of my right-wing conservative friends the other day, and I was mentioning all the scandals that have riddled this administration, and one specifically was the Valerie Plame and Joe Wilson, the outing of Valerie Plame, and my buddy said to me, "Well, Todd, Valerie, she was never covert, she was never undercover per se."
Your friend is an idiot. Your friend is a moron. Tell him to read something. In fact, go on the internet and read something to him, okay? Well, why are people this stupid? Is it possible we're going to have an election next year? Well, why have an election? Why even bother? Why waste the time? Although Oprah's coming out for Barack Obama, as much as I like him a lot and I support him and will vote for him 20 or 30 times, the fact of the matter remains that, if we're going to depend on Oprah to get the women's vote, we'll take whatever we can get.
That's right.
642 votes. I bet we're going to do 1,000 today, Chris, and then you'll fear us after you guys did 348 yesterday. And by the way, Chris, you're a terrible screener.
Okay.
That's what somebody said. So that's another reason for you not to screen the calls, but you don't want to do it anyway, right?
Exactly.
You'd rather croak than have to do that.
Correct.
And I don't blame you. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Quit stealing Paul's material with the gift certificate.
Yeah.
Very
funny. WQAM, hello.
It's Mary here for Game Cito Lumber. Diddly-diddly-do.
Not bad. Let's record that and get it on the morning show for tomorrow. I mean, seriously, what I'd like to do? I wish, I don't know, can you go in and see the log? Can you sneak in there and take a look at the log for the morning show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And count up for me how many spots they ran between 7 and 10 this morning.
Okay.
I'm not talking about live spots, just total number of minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, good morning.
Yes, sir. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias, sir. Hey, I got a question. This morning show, the Kenny and Bo show, I agree with you 100%. That was a disaster. But
the worst piece of garbage ever to make final tubes on a transmitter glow. Rhymes with blow.
I agree. But do you blame some of that on the PD or on the Kenny and Bo? I mean, were their hands kind of tied?
All of these things.
All of the above.
Really? Because the Joe Rose show, I mean, I love Joe, but they're butchering it with all these live spots and commercials.
Yeah.
Well,
let me ask you, now, are we going to have all the coaches on every day, too? Is that going to be a regular everyday thing on the Joe Rose show?
Rosenhaus and
he didn't have to. Now, wait a minute.
Drew was on yesterday.
Drew Rosenhaus.
Yesterday.
Who was on?
Drew was on yesterday.
Oh!
Yep, he was on yesterday.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to kill myself, sir. It's been nice knowing you.
Hold on. Put me in your wheel first.
Okay.
Stand in line.
Oh. I'm going to blow my brains out if I can find where they are.
Rectum.
Oh, I'm sticking that gun right in my
Rectum
and blowing my brains out. Drew Rosenhaus was on the... When are these people going to learn? When are they ever going to learn? Stop! Remember that song by the Hollies, Stop, Stop, Stop? Have you got it?
Yes, I got it.
Remember that?
Fire up my player over here.
Kind of a whiny sound. I want to whine today all 4 hours.
My least favorite Holly song, possibly.
I didn't say it was a good song. I just asked if you remember it.
I do.
Stop, stop, stop. That's what somebody needs to put up a stop sign right there and when you come in that door. Stop doing this. Stop butchering up the morning shows, okay? Just like with Stern. Every morning show they've had on, they butchered it up.
Sure.
They did it to the worst team, then they put Stern on here, and they were dumping every time. And anything he did, they were dumping it and playing classical music in the background. They turned the Howard Stern show into a piece of Swiss cheese on this day and still had big numbers. And we had huge numbers in that book. Remember that? Huge, humongous, gigantic. And then they said, oh, we can't have this on the air, which I told them in the first place. There is the Hollies, baby. Nothing like a good piece of holly with lunch. Especially if you're from Biscuit. If you're Orthodox. When the hell do they start singing? See the girl with symbols on her finger. Wow.
That's enough.
Drew Rosenstein, Kranz Schwartz was on this morning with Joe?
Yesterday.
Oh. Well, maybe they're going to rethink that. Somebody's on.
Sports Queer Radio is what the Q's for in QAM.
Oh boy, it's hard to be homo when you're from a conservative state. I can't wait to have a gay meeting after preaching self-righteous hate. To blow me is to love me. Just grab my Senator Glenn. Oh boy, it's hard to be homo. Still I'm doing strange guys in the can.
Attaboy, Larry. He can sure belt them out, can't he? 658 votes on our voting poll. Not a call. Oh, there is one on there, actually. 5670560. What?
That's who that is.
How do you know that? I think you're wrong. On line 6, no chance. WQAM, hello.
You know what? Drew runs with PU. Keep him off the radio. And Woody, too.
Yeah. Oh, good idea.
I owe you $1.
Especially like the last part of that, yeah. Well, you were close.
Yeah.
You were close. You were in the retarded category. Yeah, too close for comfort. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless. Now, I'm surprised that the Serial Connection guy hasn't called yet today.
So you want the tally?
Yeah, let's hear about how many spots we ran in Morning Drive between 7 and 10 this morning on the Joe and Keith Jackson show.
All right, in the 7 o'clock hour, there was 8 live spots, 16 recorded spots.
And a partridge in pear tree. That's 24 minutes.
Correct.
Well,
now, some of them were 30 seconds, but then rarely is a live spot ever a minute.
Right.
So you got, as their producer was saying, Zach was saying.
I didn't ask you to go through a whole analyzation like you're some kind of a programming expert. I just asked you for the number.
The 8 o'clock hour is 7 lives, 17 recorded spots.
Yeah.
And 7 lives, 17 recorded in the 9 o'clock hour.
See, I asked you for the number of minutes, not for the number of, units.
All right, well, then each break is logged at 5 to 5.
So the producer, Fat Zach Krantz, what was he saying? He was bitching and moaning about it, too?
Yeah, he's saying that, they're doing 8 minutes.
I'm ecstatic that we have Joe Rose back here because he's like a real broadcaster and a good guy. But why is he shouting all the time? Even on that last spot we played, he was shouting, screaming. And at the end of his show this morning, he was screaming and shouting. Did you notice that?
Yes.
Maybe all that time over there with Joel has turned Joe into a screamer. I don't know what that's all about. Screaming and shouting. Maybe it's just me and my doddering old age now, okay? Maybe I just can't handle the shock of all the screaming that's going on.
If it's too loud, you're too old.
That's it. All right, good point. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes.
I killed Nicole.
You killed Nicole, huh? You're the one? Okay. Go see OJ on the golf course. He's looking for you. WQAM, hello.
Morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I saw you posted an article by Greg Pallas last week about New Orleans.
Yeah.
I tell you, that guy's a good writer.
Yes, he is. That's why he has to live in Britain, because they'll put him in the Hoosgow here.
Oh, man. That's so unfortunate. I had a journalism degree back in the 80s, and that ain't worth toilet paper anymore. No one would hire me, for the...
Yeah, well, based on your personality, I can understand why. 659 votes on the poll. Oh, and speaking of the website, I just forgot my point. I had something very extraordinarily important to pass along, and it just passed right on by. That's old age again, see?
Just wait till it comes back to you.
No, it'll come back. Probably like at 2:01. And then I'll interrupt the Mad Dog show and say, oh, guess what? The world's coming to an end. And somebody will say, well, what does that have to do with sports? We're going to cancel the games? We're not going to cancel the games, are we, Neil? 5670560, pound 560 in the Verizon Singular wireless line. Let's get these phones smoking, okay? We got to get you people back in the habit of getting these phones all wired up, because starting on Monday here, I'm going to be here every damn day, 5 days a week, whether you like it or not. George likes it.
Yes, I do.
Well, screw you. Slacker.
Yeah, right.
WQAM, hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Okay.
This Neil?
Yeah, this is Neil.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm still doing.
Okay.
What do you got, schmuck?
Okay. Just calling to say hey, how you doing?
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
No, he can't. No, he can't go that. He can't carry it that far. Look at how many votes we have on the poll. Ordinarily, I wouldn't mention it again because that would be ponderous, and that guy would call back again and give me that song and a dance about mailing it in. 666. All right, 666, baby.
All right.
I think it's a sign of the times, if you ask me. I think the Antichrist is in South Florida. I think his name is Jolly Joe Bell. Fat Jolly Joe Bell. I think Ray Perry is like Antichrist Jr. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Who's this? You call me back? I'm not up here.
You're what?
I said, how you call me back?
WQAM, hello.
God bless.
You're boring, pal. You're pathetic. You're one of the worst. QAM, hello.
Where's Portly today?
Who?
Portly.
Portly whom?
Fatso, the screener.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Why, you want a date?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of desperate.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I'm not.
WQAM, hello. QAM, hello. Pretty weak. WQAM, hola.
Uncle Neil.
Yep.
Listen, I was in a supermarket bathroom, and this gentleman next to me kept jingling his keys, and they got louder and louder. I don't know.
Oh, that's a sure sign, yeah.
Is that a good sign?
Yeah.
No, that's a bad sign. Well, it's a good sign if you're, horny, I guess. Maybe it was Santa Claus. Maybe he was giving you a little jingle. 5670560 and pound 5. Ask him if he was jolly, okay? Maybe it was Fat-Ass Jolly Joe. You never know. And pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. Keep pumping those numbers, baby. Get used to it. You're going to be doing it for a year and 3 or 4 months, whatever it is. Nice that paycheck showed up early yesterday. Can you believe that, on the 5th?
I believe it. Must have been a mistake. Maybe they're going to ask for it back.
Had to be a mistake. Remember the one time they gave me, once in a while they do something really stupid and good. Stupid and bad is like when it shows up late. One time they tried to pay me twice. Remember that? It's a long time ago. It's kind of about 4 years ago. And they'd already sent the check to the house, and then I come in to work the next morning, and there's another paycheck in the same amount. And, of course, if I would have been stupid, I would have just taken the check and cashed that one, too. And people are saying, oh, that wouldn't have been stupid. That would have been smart. Yeah, like when they caught it, I'm going to, lie about not getting the paycheck. That would have been really good. I would have wound up getting written up for that. And, nothing worse than getting written up by the Beasleys. They have these folders, everybody's got a file. And when they write you up, oh, boy. Then they take away your tea room privileges. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I want to speak to Neil.
Speaking.
Yeah, Neil. This isn't Neil.
Let me say it again.
So hang up.
Okay? Yeah, if you don't think it's Neil, talk to somebody else. What can I do for you, sir?
I basically want to find out about the Canes game. What do you think about this week's game?
I think the Canes ought to lose every game they play from now until the year 25-25. That's what I think about the Canes. I think they suck, and I think you suck, okay?
And I didn't think you'd get any good calls today.
We're going to get a lot of great calls, okay? You know something? I was thinking about this yesterday for about 10 seconds. Because all I care about is getting paid at this point by these grave robbers, by these lunatics. When you tell me that Drew Rosenhaus Schwartzberg was on again this morning, I want to get down on my hands and knees and puke my guts out. I want to vomit meals that I ate 50 years ago, okay?
So what happens if I tell you he also read a live spot?
Oh, no. Are you just making that up or what?
No, I swear he read a live spot when he was
Drew
on.
Rosenhaus read a live spot on a Joe Rose show? This is an infamia. This is let me say it again. Unacceptable is what it is. You know, other than in, what is it, like Carson City, where is it in Nevada that it's prostitution is legal? Carson County?
Thereabouts, right, somewhere.
Where it's legal. Not in Vegas per se, but like just outside of Vegas, the prostitution is legal. This is the biggest whorehouse on the face of the earth, is this radio station. I have never seen, if you got a buck, we'll sell you a bunch of crap. Oh, we're going to give you 400 mentions. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give you 400 mentions. And then they would put, poor Miguel, who got stabbed in the back and canned, who wound up across the street, by the way, poor Miguel would have to write these liners that I'm supposed to read. And I refused to read them. Remember those days?
Sure.
Because they kept promising, we'll give you like 7,000 mentions, if you just give us some money. Just give us a bag of money and we'll give you a lot of mentions on the air. And then, of course, the people that do really actually buy spots and spend a lot of money, we can't be bothered servicing them because, copy ain't us. Like Gary Cerner, copy ain't us. And Hank Guerrero, is he still there, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Hank Guerrero is still there?
Sure. Why not?
Oh, my God. One Hank is enough for us. One of them's got to go. Drew Rosenhaus, my ass. Okay, now before I play the bit here, let me just ask you a question. You just played the rejoin with a guy that we're not supposed to be playing his voice.
Ooh.
Snap.
Well, it's in their rejoin bin, and so, that was their fault.
It's in the rejoin bin, and who put it there? Couldn't be Clarence, could it?
Good morning, Americans. It's Paul Harvey. Stand by for news. John walks into a bar and says, "Hello, bartender, give me 2 shots." Pete, the bartender, says, "You want them both now or one at a time?" Jason replies, "Oh, I want them both now. One's for me and one's for this little guy here." And he pulls a tiny 3-inch man out of his pocket. Pete, the bartender, says he can drink. "Certainly he can drink," says Jason. So Pete pours the shots, and sure enough, the little guy drinks it all up. "That's amazing," says Pete, the bartender. "What else can he do? Can he walk?" Jason flicks a quarter down to the end of the bar and says, "Hey, Jake, go get that." Sure enough, the little man runs down to the end of the bar and picks up the quarter and runs back down and gives it to Jason. Pete, the bartender, is in total shock and again repeats, "That's amazing." What else can he do? Does he talk? Jason says, "Sure he talks." "Hey, Jake, tell him about that time we were in Africa and you made fun of the witch doctor's powers." Paul Harvey.
Good day.
Good day.
1046, 14 to 11 at 560 WQAM. QAM, hello. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 6.
You know what? Up yours.
Thank you.
Up yours. Up yours. You're welcome. 685 votes on the poll. We don't care about you and your stupid-ass stock market, okay? Your schlock market. Months before the Iraq invasion, President Bush apparently ignored a 2002 Oval Office briefing in which CIA Director George Tenet provided the president with intelligence that Saddam Hussein did not possess weapons of mass destruction, according to former Clinton advisor and Salon columnist Sidney Blumenthal. Reporting in Salon, Blumenthal writes that according to his sources, 2 former CIA officers Bush dismissed as worthless disinformation from the Iraqi foreign minister, a member of Saddam's inner circle. Although it turned out to be accurate in every detail, Tenet never brought it up again. Blumenthal also adds that the intelligence from that day was left out of the National Intelligence Estimate of October 2002, which definitely stated that he had WMD. The president had no interest in the intelligence, the CIA officer disclosed. Bush didn't give an F about the intelligence. He had his mind made up. How do you like that? That's the headline here. Salon, former CIA officers report Bush didn't give a F about intelligence. How do you like that? Effing idiot. Effing Zimbalist Jr. But nobody cares about that anymore because Fred Thompson's running for president. He's on television. Isn't that important stuff?
Sure, why not?
688 on the poll. We're going to do 1,000 votes today. That's really going to be great. And then, of course, Lunkhead there. He's going to say, "Gee, I don't know what happened yesterday. That poll about me and my nickname."
Hey, I had no problem not getting votes on that thing.
I do. I have a big problem with it.
Well, I apologize.
We got those certificates in just over an hour now. An hour and 12 minutes for the River House coming up. We got 100 of them. $50 certificates for $25. And it's going to be a little bit slower doing it. You want to know why? Because when you go to QM.com now, in order to get to the regular page, you have to click past where it says Joe Rose and Keith Jackson in the mornings now, whatever it says there, and then you have to go through like a second step. It's like a two-step program. WQAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
The other day I was listening to your program and Rick Shaw was on.
Yeah.
And you were talking about Real Radio. I think it was a website that has all the old DJs. And I logged onto that thing, and that's really cool to listen to that. Those guys were something else. Those guys back in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
I guess I'm close to your age. I'm 61, and really enjoyed listening to that. It brought back memories. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it brings back memories to me when I used to really be in radio. Okay, have a great day, sir. 5670560. When there were personalities, when there were people who had something to say, when there were people who were entertaining, people who were like interesting and could actually do a show and like ba-da-beep, ba-da-boop, ba-da-ba. Not anymore. Now, in fact, I'm beginning to fear. My worst fears are now being, confirmed today with these reports I'm getting. Not just about the spots, but about the Drew Rosenstein thing, about the fact that they're going to put the same infectious garbage in the morning show, no matter who the hosts are.
Now, why did you think that anything would be different?
I was praying that Joe Rose would have enough chutzpah, enough balls to say to them, hey, if you think you're going to butcher the show up again, but he was so desperate to get away from Joel Feinberg, whatever his name is across the street, that he came back to us again because he's a masochist. Maybe that's why he's screaming so loud.
That's a good point.
Maybe the pain is so bad he can't endure it. What is it?
I said that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that.
It's an excellent point. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, if you go to ReverendJones.org.
WQAM, hello.
Bring back Big Wilson.
WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to talk to Neil.
Speaking.
Neil, hey.
See, now that we're doing the screenless again, let me just say this to you, okay? Anybody who calls and says, I want to talk to Neil when I answer the phone is going to hear the dial tone real fast. We'll make an exception for you momentarily. Yes, sir.
Okay, I was just going to say, don't count Fred Thompson out. We elected Sonny Bono and Gopher from the Love Boat.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Well, good luck to you, sir. And don't forget about George Murphy and Ronald Reagan. Don't forget about all of it. And Arnold. Don't forget about Arnold, okay? There's nobody too stupid for the American people to, sell short. Okay? The dumber the better. That's what they like. Dumb be us. Or is it Dumbos be us? Well, look at that. After its decade-long run, Matt Drudge's syndicated radio talk show is about to end. It's about to end.
You fairy.
According to Industry Trade Report and regional media blogger based in Ohio, these sources have September 30 pegged as the final program date for Miss Fudge, that self-hating fag. Created at the peak of Drudge's Monica Lewinsky-fueled fame, the show was confined to Sunday evenings, apparently at his insistence. At the time, the Internet star said he'd been offered a weekday show, but chose the weekend slot instead. I wonder which slot he likes best now.
Rectum.
That proved a smart strategy. On Sunday, many of the nation's biggest talk stations picked up the show, where it remained under the radar for a number of years with little competition. By contrast, the weekday airwaves have long been crowded with far more syndicated shows than the market can absorb. And another benefit was the fact that Drudge was able to use his site to promote the show, which proved especially effective, peddling his right-wing paranoid self-hating crap. What's causing Matt's radio exit is uncertain, it says here. This is from what? What is this from? A site called Radio Equalizer? I have no idea what it is. Anyway, it says... rumors are that the Drudge Report kingpin spends a lot of time traveling these days, often leaving site updates to others. And so far, at least, Drudge has made no public comment on these reports. Cincinnati-based host Bill Cunningham is said to be taking over the program, but it's hard to say whether most premier radio affiliates will carry the new show or if the slot will be absorbed by additional weekend reruns and infomercials. And then here's an update at the bottom. It says the mainstream media now picks up the story. Cincinnati Enquirer reports that Cunningham is indeed being given the show. According to the paper, he'll be less political on air than Drudge, which frankly sounds asinine as we head into one of the most exciting election cycles in decades, it says. In addition, the article only seems to add to the mystery of why exactly Matt is leaving the show. So far, not a word about the situation at her own site. The Fudge Report. Aren't you saddened by that news?
I'm weeping. Can you hear?
And he won't be on every Sunday to keep mentioning me at least 20, 30 times on the show either. 700 votes on the world-famous poll. Your least favorite departed QAM host, Mo Howard David, surprisingly, shockingly, is leading. Aren't you shocked? Not. 186. They hate you, Mo. In fact, every day they hate you a little, Mo. All of the above, 155. Scott Farrell, 92. That's kind of surprising. Least favorite. Geldy, 82. The Crow, 52. Kenny Walker, 42. Least favorite. He gets my vote. Defoe, 31. Mark Eisenberg, 23. Ron Hersey, 19, because nobody remembers who the hell that is. And Joe Castello's got only 18. Last place. This is a good poll to be last place on. Mm-hmm. So Miss Fudge is leaving the airwaves. Oh, what will the paranoid right-wingers do now on Sunday night? Maybe just do each other. WQAM, hello.
Reverend Kennedy's in the sun path line to Jesus. Oh!
WQAM, hello.
Neil, how are you, sir?
Okay, sir.
Hey, there was a thing in the paper the other day that the hammer might be going across the street.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently they want.
Maybe he's crossing the street. He ain't going over there. You're dreaming, pal. Is this the same guy that called to tell me that Mo was going across the street?
No.
Get a Boy Scout to help him all across the street, okay, sweetheart? 567. First of all, Joel Feinberg already said he wouldn't touch Hank with a 10-foot pole. Maybe he got a shorter one. And pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. There is not a single call on the board there, man. Nothing. Zero. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-a. And you're telling me that I'm starting Monday 5 days a week of this crap?
That's right.
You got to be dreaming, mister. There is no way.
Foot
I'm sure
shuffling
and in spite of you, I'm not going to go back to 4 hours of reading those bedtime stories every day. You have to be really dreaming.
Hey, you do what you want to do.
I'm going to do what I want to do. Sleep in.
Don't do that.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Cotton Badly boy.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, Steve
Yes.
Nickel here. We're going to be back.
Oh, yeah, Steve Nickel here doing his Reverend Jones imitation. Yeah, really good, Steve. 5670560, pound 560. Keep them coming, baby. That's the thing. They can't even keep them coming. Have to keep pumping those numbers. Now, how did you do yesterday? You told me that the phones were smoking.
No, I said they were smoking, but the phones were dead.
They were dead? Worse than this?
I don't know about that.
No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say this is about I'd say we've scraped the bottom right now. I can sniff the barnacles right now. We've scraped the bottom. WQAM, hello.
Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
You know what's incredible? I don't know if you'll agree with me, but I think you will. That they flew a bomber over the U.S. with 6 nuclear warheads in the bomber, and they could have blew up half the country.
No, they couldn't.
Yeah.
How much damage would that have done?
None.
Let me ask you this. Did it happen?
That was the point of the matter.
Go back to sleep.
Bombs don't go off like that.
Exactly.
Bombs bursting in air, baby. That's what America's all about. The bombs bursting in air. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's what it's all about, baby. The bombs bursting in air. Una bomba grande. Let's drop a big bomb. George dropped several big bombs this morning is what he told me.
Sure, and it might not be done.
Really? I dropped a big bomb, but solamente uno. Just enough. That was all I needed. 705 votes. We don't want to get into that because it sounds a little bit excretory to me. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to get Joyce all whipped up
don't go
into
crazy.
a frenzy. That nasty, hostile, unacceptable bitch over there in Naples who wouldn't know a radio if you shoved 6,000 of them up her rectum. WQAM, hello.
Neil, have you ever watched that show, The Dog Whisperer?
No.
Well, no, you really haven't?
Let me say it again. No.
Well,
I also haven't watched Chris Angel, the Mind Freak, or whatever that show is. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, your good friend Kennedy died. Dr.
No.
Kennedy, Preacher Kennedy.
No.
Yeah,
is this a bulletin?
Yep.
This is the Neil Rogers Show.
You fairy.
This is your brain. Any questions?
Senator Larry Craig is denying any wrongdoing despite a guilty plea stemming from an incident in an airport men's room.
A defiant statement from Idaho Senator Larry Craig.
I am not gay. I have been gay. Idaho.
All right, let's have a little coming out party. Come on out and show us what you got.
Hello.
Here we go.
I am not gay. I have been gay. Idaho.
In 1982, the newspaper reported Craig had sex with a man in a bathroom at Union Station in D.C.
But now I know you're gay, so it's all good, girlfriend.
It's 11:02 at 560. You know who Larry Craig reminds me of? Ray Perry.
How so?
After it died. I don't know. He just reminds me of him.
Oh,
kind
okay.
of like a bumblehead.
I was going to say, what are you trying to say then, man?
Like a bumpkin. That's what I'm trying to say. 718 votes on our award-winning poll. And Sport in Hollywood, whose mood is lethargic on MySpace. When somebody says their mood is lethargic, what does that tell you?
That they're an average, typical South Floridian, at least where I would expect hostile, I guess.
He finally responded. I told you he was chewing me out because I said one day last week I won $800 at Woodbine and ran out.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I thought when you said you ran out that you won $800 and then gave it back. In other words, he thought I meant I ran out of money.
Oh, he misunderstood you.
Oh. And then he tells me he liked online gaming. He could play $50 for hours, and perchance I think relatively quickly I'd have some sort of match bonus so I could use that to play more, he says. Wow. Get yourself a life, sweetheart. It looks to me like you're really desperate. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. So anyway, I'm thinking that I started this about a half hour ago, and then you interrupted.
Sorry.
I was thinking last night that what we could rename the show is Neil Talks to Morons for 4 hours, which wouldn't be anything new.
Yeah, we don't have to rename the show.
Honest, that's all, yeah.
I think they know that already.
Many times over the years, people have asked what I do for a living, and I'll say, oh, I do a talk show. And they'll say, well, what kind of a show is it? And I say, I talk to a-holes for 4 hours every day. I get paid a lot of money to talk to morons for 4 hours every day. WQAM, hello.
Neil, you have to pay tax.
Yeah. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes. I wanted to see if Neil had heard about Michael Vick's dogs exchanging gay dog sex for victories, if he knew anything about that.
WQAM, hello.
Okay, let me say,
QAM, hello. QAM.
Neil.
Yes.
What happened to Jim DeFede? He's gone off the air.
Jim DeFeces is gone?
He's gone. He's not even on their website.
Maybe he blew up. Maybe he exploded.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I just saw him.
He's not even on their website anymore.
Who's they? What station was he on?
He was on 940 Wins.
Yeah.
6 to 9. And he is gone.
He's gone. I'll be damned.
Yeah. All right, I'm gone. See you.
You're gone. Jim DeFeces is gone. No wonder everybody sounds so depressed. Jesus Christ almighty, man. You know what it's like? I remember I talked about when I was a kid and used to flip the baseball cards with my friends, and even you did that, even though you hated baseball.
We would match them, not flip them.
That's what's going on now. It's like, like you're a deck of cards, and we're like flipping one over here, and this one's going over there, and this one's going across the street. I wouldn't be surprised if some of our people between the Waxy and us bump into each other crossing the street on the way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I sure hope they don't bump into the humper. Talk about getting railroaded.
That was funny.
5670560. See, back in the day when I used to do this, the phones would be smoking when you're doing screenless. There's no excuse under the sun for having to pump the numbers when you're doing screenless, unless, of course, you have nobody listening.
Right.
And pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line, especially with all the crap that's going on these days. I can't think of too much except for Larry Craig doing that toe-tapping routine in the tea room. And Fred Thompson's going to run for president, which everybody already knew. And he goes on that right-wing phony Jay Leno show to announce it. Remember Jay Leno introducing Arnold?
Sure.
Oh, brother. He embraces every right-wing piece of turd that comes down the pike. Jay Leno, there's a talent. Not. WQAM, hello. You know, I'll tell you one thing. If he had like a normal chin, he wouldn't make 50 cents. WQAM, hello.
I have 6 1960s era.
Stuck up your ass, we know it. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yep.
Neil, I'm so glad that Jim DeFede is gone. He was very boring.
Yeah.
Very, very boring. Thank God.
Okay, let's take a survey on that. Is anybody happy that Jim DeFeces is gone from the radio? I thought he was like a big mover and shaker. He's moving it and shaking it. 725 on that poll, baby. We're going to have way over 800 by noon, which means 1,000 is given. Oh, there's Fred Thompson on Jay Leno.
Fred Thompson is banking on the idea that it's better to be late than to be one of the other
Better
guys.
to be laid than not to be laid. That's what Fred Thompson is saying, and who the hell would want to be laid by him? He's just grotesque. And he always seems angry, Fred Thompson, you know? He always got that, that look. You know what I mean?
Had not noticed, no.
Oh, well, notice next time. I've got that angry look on his puss, like, ah! Kind of like Dr. Phil, who was on Biography last night, and boy, I turned that off really fast, very, very fast, Dr. Phil. And I didn't realize that he represented Oprah in that case. Remember when the meat people in Texas sued her ass because she said, the mad cow, that stopped me cold from ever touching another burger. Well, she must be eating a lot other crap to make up for it, I'll tell you that. Remember that lawsuit?
Mm-hmm.
And he was the lawyer, and he won her ass off the lawsuit, and that's why she whored for him on her show, and he wound up getting his own show. Not because he knows anything, or because anybody likes him, which they don't. WQAM, hello. QAM, hello.
WQAM in Canada.
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Fred Thompson's angry look. That's his look. That's I'm the serious politician. I'm not an actor look. Kind of like what Reagan did when he got slimed into office. Let me tell you something. That morning
Reagan
show...
looked angry all the time. No, angry. He just looked like he had too much shoe polish in his hair.
Well, before he got elected, he was all angry and stuff, naturally with that mess with Iran-Contra when that came out. Then he got a smile on his face.
Well, that's when he got his Alzheimer's, when he forgot.
Last stuff. Anyway, that morning show you guys got, we traded one mess for another. I mean, Joe's a great guy and stuff, but Christ, all these... Just too many spots, man.
Yeah.
I can't sit through it all. So what good is a morning show if nobody's listening because they're switching off the spots?
You know something? You could fart into a windstorm and have a better chance of somebody hearing it than trying to talk to our management about anything. These people are immovable. They're impossible. They're hopeless. They're frustrating. They're the worst. They're crazy people.
They just don't get it. I mean, they don't look at your success.
They don't want to get it. They don't want to get it. All they want to do is run up the billing and how much money can they put on the books. And Joe Bell thinks he's going to save his job by putting a lot of billing on it, and maybe he will.
Exactly. And of course, now that they have to pay for the Dolphins and Joe's salary, they're not going to listen to anybody. Have a good day.
See ya. Thanks, Joel. That was Joel Feinberg. I recognize the voice. But he's right. He's absolutely correct. These people, they know everything, and I know you've gone through this whole routine. And, in fact, I actually listened. Was it yesterday I listened for a minute? I don't know why, because I never listen.
I'm sorry about that.
And you were talking about... Oh, no, that's when I was trying to get on the air, and Dumbo wouldn't put me on. I was trying to tell you about D. James Kennedy croaking.
Try not to do that again, would you?
And you were going on about the format and about running a tight show and about these people don't understand anything about it or the production or anything like that. And that's because those are radio things.
I know.
Those don't have anything to do with sports.
I've divorced myself from
Those are radio things. They have to do with broadcasting, with a business that we're supposedly making our living in. And these aren't radio people, including Jolly. I don't know what the hell he did. Was he like on a country bumpkin station up there in Raleigh? What was he doing?
I don't know.
I know he was on a country bumpkin station here. He was on KISS. And then when Greg Reed got his ass fired, which he pretended that he wasn't fired, when he got his ass fired...
He was in the building the other day, I hear.
Greg Reed was in the building yesterday. No wonder we're all depressed.
The other day, I don't know what exactly.
No wonder nobody wants to talk to us. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Neil?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Okay.
Oh, man.
Now, why did George just go,
Well, keep going.
I just called that I've never had a chance to talk to you. I just wanted to say hello and
and what do you want to say?
No, I'm a big fan of yours, man. That's right,
And what do you want to say? You said you never had a chance to talk to me. Now, what do you want to say? Tell me something.
Okay, I love you.
Yeah. And that's a call? That's a chance to talk to me? I love you? You're not my type, pal. You're too old and you're too ugly. WQAM, hello.
Hi, you're QAM radio personality draft. Push 2 if you'd like to trade Sid Rosenberg for Neil Rogers.
WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Neil, I hope that Ken Jennings gets a fair trial.
Ken Jennings?
Yep.
Ken Jennings is the guy that was on Jeopardy that won $80 trillion. Ken Jennings was the sheriff in Broward County that just resigned, okay? Can you handle that? Can you spell it? Would you like me to spell it for you, sir? Would you like me to insert each letter in here? One by side by each. Dumb and Dumber. Neil talks to morons 4 hours a day. That's going to be the new show starting on Monday, every day, Monday through Friday. Neil talks to a-holes 5 days a week. The dumber, the better. And you know what? We'll get back to a number that way. That's when we had numbers, actually. If the word ever gets out. In fact, I just finally did realize why Joe is screaming so loud, is he's thinking that maybe somebody will hear him and they'll realize Joe Rose is back on the radio. Good thinking, Joe. You think that might be something to it?
Yeah, but what are you going to do?
I know what he said about Joyce this morning.
I dumped the bitch right now.
And what he said about Joe Rose.
I dumped the bitch right now.
And what he said about Clarence.
I dumped the bitch right now.
I heard all that. Yeah, that's why he's screaming loud, because he's hoping that maybe somebody will discover he's back on the radio and they'll tune in. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Hello, Neil. How you doing?
Okay, sir.
Hey, listen, a couple months ago, they busted the assault rifle bandits who were robbing banks. Their last names were Beasley, 2 brothers.
Yeah.
Thought that was interesting.
Were they playing the banjo?
Country bumpkin, all the way.
If they weren't playing the banjo, a different family. WQAM, hello.
This is Joe Rose. When I'm at Beverly Dollars,
He was shouting, even on that one recorded spot, man. He was just shouting and screaming. Maybe because he's so happy to be away from a Joel Feinberg. That could be it. I don't blame you, Joe. The man is a walking turd.
This is where I work. There is never a dull moment at Walmart.
I love working at Walmart.
We stay at Walmart way after our shifts are over, partly because we love it, but mostly because they lock us in.
It's more than a store. It's a fun place to visit.
The best thing about being on the Walmart team is not having all those forms and papers that workers with health benefits have to worry about.
You never know what you're going to find at Walmart.
They just come in for the fun of it.
The immigrants are the best at Walmart. They clean our toilets practically for free.
At Walmart, I don't need no stinking green card.
We don't need no vouchers. I don't have to show you any stinking vouchers.
It's like my morning routine. Drink coffee and wake up at Walmart.
All right, honey. 11:17 at 560 WQAM, and you guys are eating already, or is this just a preview?
They're in the kitchen. They're firing up everything, and that's the menu. So
the River House in Fort Lauderdale. Here's the menu of what we're having today. This is really what they're bringing in all of this today.
Yeah.
Wow.
They don't mess around.
The River House chopped salad, Roquefort roasted garlic butter, ranch milk dressing on it, roasted peppers, tomato, honey. If I read the whole thing, it'll take us till 2 o'clock. Sicilian shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. With peppers, tomato, chilies, garlic, lemon, basil, and lobster broth. Focaccia roasted garlic crostini. Curry shrimp Thai spring rolls. Shaved yellowfin tuna. Pan-flashed Dayboat sea scallops topped with cool crab meat and wonton slaw. Oak-grilled tenderloin of beef with Vermont white cheddar potato au gratin, porcini sauce, Maytag blue cheese. I wonder if the Maytag repairman's going to put it together. And then triple chocolate cheesecake with cashew bark, ganache, chocolate mousse, port wine syrup, and chocolate pyramid. Wow. You guys are going to be going into a blood sugar
That's the plan.
Coma. Is that it?
Yeah, for starters.
And it's already 11:18, so in 42 minutes, those certificates will go on sale on NeilRogers.com. Don't forget, you're going to have to click it twice, because first he's got that big promotional thing for Joe Rose and Kenny Schwartz there, whatever his name is. Which that's the only promotion that I know of so far. So nobody... See, this is another part of their insanity on this radio station. They really believe that they can keep shuffling the deck and putting this one on and this one, and nobody knows about it, except the people. They're preaching to the choir. The only people who know about it are the people who are still listening. Am I right?
Yep.
Absolutely correct, sir.
But hey, what do I know about it? 747 votes on the poll. We'll do our 1,000 today real easy, Chris. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to be like a panic man. That should be another nickname for you. Panic man. Oh, we're not going to make it 950. Like that. What is with line 1 and 2, by the way? Is there something... I haven't seen those ring all day today. Now, where are those from?
I don't know.
No idea where they're from, but...
Yeah.
But one is like if 2, 3, and 4 light up, then one will light up. One's not the first one in that queue.
WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say I'm a big fan of this format. It's hilarious with the calls.
Yeah.
And
are you serious? You like it? This is the format for the future, man.
You like
Seriously.
it?
Seriously.
I am serious.
I'm serious too. It's
Neil
hilarious.
talks to bozos. I mean, I'm not going to solve the problems of the world sitting here reading all of this crap on the air. I mean, sure, it's important stuff, but people don't care about it anyway. Why should I waste my time doing that?
Exactly. I had a quick downtown Miami report for you.
Go ahead. Still there?
Only getting worse by the day. Only getting worse. And from what you hear from the county commissioners, things are going up, getting better every day, but it's not true.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, good to hear, right?
Thanks for the good news, Pally.
Bye.
Hey, here's more big news, and the guy that called was absolutely correct, sir. Jim DeFede, show off WINZ. Wow! Holy moly, talk about big things in radio. Jim DeFece's year-long stint as the morning guy with 940 WINZ is over. This is the same thing that had the story about Miss Fudge going off of his network. Sources tell me. It says this is from the Daily Pulp. I don't know whose blog this is. Do you know where this is coming from?
No.
It says it's not clear what happened, but his contract expired, and rumors are aloft that he's going to another station. Oh, no. Jim DeFeces is going to another station? I spoke with DeFeces, but he wouldn't talk about what may or may not transpire. It says he did at least hint at a radio rebirth, however. I had a great time at WINZ. I look forward to being on the air at another station very soon, he said. You can expect an announcement in the coming days. Sources say the Clear Channel response to DeFeces leaving the station was rather unceremonious. It removed his name from the 940 WINZ website, pulled down his website, and knocked him off the program guide in record time, according to sources. I hear from one source that says that the station, after the relationship was severed, posted Jim's picture at the WINZ guard station, an image I can't help but find hilarious. The feces is loose, shoot on sight. But at the bottom line is the news appears to be good, at least for another local radio in South Florida. So isn't that great? Whoever wrote this thinks it's good because he's going to be on the air soon. Wow. So this is obviously somebody who's got mental problems. How do you like that? Jim DeFede will pop up at another station. And when that pops up, it'll be like the Loch Ness Monster sticking its head up out of the lock. WQAM, hello.
Morning.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil, I was wondering if I could go by the studio for lunch.
You can go by. Yeah, you can go by. Don't stop in, but just go by.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Okay, just keep on going. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
I want to talk to you. Yeah.
I beg your pardon?
I want to talk to you.
Let me say it to you again. Only the dumbest people on the face of the earth when we're doing screenless call in and say, I want to talk to Neil. Only the dumbest of the dumb. Does that include you, sir? Yes. Yes. I know it's a tough question. Tough question. 5670560. Let's get these phones smoking, baby. I can see I'm going to have to actually do a little bit of work here. That's not good. That's a bad sign of my advanced age. To try to re-energize this crowd out there and get them back into the swing of things. Jesus, God almighty. What they've done here, I just can't find the words to describe it. And the people think, oh, that Neil, man, he sure gets carried away. Yeah. If you think there's something funny about it, it's pathetic. It's degrading and humiliating and unacceptable, you know. And then Norma Kent calls me every now and then, tell me about his dogs and stuff like that.
Yeah, how they doing?
Not to tell me anything about anything of substance or about how he's going to go over there and kick Joe Bell's ass and kick him in the groin and try to wake his ass up or do something with Clarence. WQAM, hello.
Hey, can I talk to Neil?
No. And anybody who says that, I'm hanging up right away. What are you laughing about?
I think he actually might have done that on purpose, but...
I don't care.
I know.
If you say, can I talk to Neil, the answer is no, you can't, because I'm going to hang up on you, because only the dumbest of the dumb. We don't mind talking to dumb people. We do it every day. And we're going to be doing it every day for the next 16 months. But not that dumb. WQAM, hello.
Good morning, Neil. How are you?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, did you hear that Howard
Reverend
Davis
Kennedy
going
died.
to 7... Did you hear that Howard Davis is going to the ticket?
Yeah, we heard that. And going where?
Well, he's going to be
on a bus ticket?
No, he's going to be on $7.90 the ticket. They're going to announce it at the end of the month.
Yeah, and what time is this going to be? Like 10 in the morning?
He's going to be with Sid. It's going to be like the Sid and Mo Howard show.
The real obnoxious New York show. Now we're talking. Oh, hallelujah. That's the best news I've heard in years.
Would that make a great crew?
Yes, thank you so much. Okay. I can't believe they're that stupid, but nevertheless they might be, you know. Although having talked to Joel Feinberg, I do believe they are that stupid. Would that be something? Sid and Mo. Brother. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Flora.
WQAM, hello.
Yeah. Oh, it's my phone, man. I think this phone is screwed up. So this is...
yeah, we'll call somebody else then. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Neil.
Yes.
Neil, please.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes.
DeFede may be off the radio, but he's on TV now. He's on CBS 4 News. I think he's got a weekly spot now.
What do you got, a 52-inch screen?
Actually, I do.
Well, good luck. Thank God for that. You wouldn't see him. Of course, half of the feces is better than none, I guess. Isn't that what they say?
Okay.
Remember that thing we had with the, feces?
Hello, everyone. Billy Mays here, the guy who brought you OxyClean and Orange Clean. Now I've got a new product that harnesses another all-natural cleanser. Introducing Feces Clean.
All right.
Great.
Yeah. Well, great what? No, I was going to play that bit about the guy where it says everybody is a feces or whatever that guy says. You know what I'm talking about.
Sure. That's Al Lewis saying that stuff.
It's Al Lewis?
The one and only.
Get out of here,
Grandpa Al Lewis, yes.
And what is it under? It's not under Al.
Abortion feces.
Oh, abortion feces. Everybody who is abortion clinic, abortion pill, abortion shuffle, abortion feces.
Everybody who's for abortion was at one time themselves a feces.
That's not Al.
Trust me.
And that includes all of you out there. You were once a feces. So we thank you, Mr. President, and now dinner will be served.
Oh, my God. Talk about the feces of the species. Wow.
QAM.
We don't have any National Guardsmen because they're all fighting a war in Iraq right now.
Not the National Guard.
Pardon?
Not the National Guard.
No National Guard in Iraq?
There's no National Guard. No.
Now, see here. I ain't never said no. I'm getting very annoyed about me saying doy. I ain't never said doy. If they continue to say that I doy, then they ought to pay me by the doy. I'm getting tired of hearing it everywhere I go.
You always say doy.
I don't say doy. From this point on, you will intervene by my terrific.
11:33, boy, that would make a lot of sense. When they got guilty, they're going to get Mo, allegedly. I'm thinking maybe the fetus is going to show up, the feces at the IOD. Or 850 at that Steve Lapis station that's got all day long. Bill O'Reilly's got a... And what's his name in the morning? Man Cow? 761 on our poll, and there's no calls on the board. See, we got to keep the Mo momentum going, otherwise this screenless thing just doesn't work, you know what? How's the food? You got it yet or not?
We're starting on with some salad and some scallops right now.
I feel really left out. I don't eat it, though. I'm getting fat as a pig, and my blood sugar is out of control and really high.
Me too, and I ain't
I'm going to
stopping.
die in the middle of the show. 567-0560. If you don't call, you may not be the last one to talk to me before I croak right on the air. Don't you think whoever speaks to me while I'm croak on the air ought to get like some kind of a prize?
It's a good idea.
A date with Greg Reed, something like that. 567-0560, or maybe a date with Jim DeFede, or just the feces part. And pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
Good. This Sid Rosenberg on 7-9, is that the same Sid Rosenberg that was on FAN in New Jersey?
Yeah, he was on with Imus, right.
Keep him.
Wow.
What did he say?
Keep him. Keep him.
Keep him? Well, what does that mean? Keep him. We ain't got him. We don't want him. He ain't. We don't want him. He's too New Yorky for us. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now that Phil Henry's completely fallen off the face of the earth, I hear he's doing some political talk show now.
Yeah, right wing, yeah.
What? And he's not doing voices, right? It's just him.
I have no idea. No, he's not doing the old shtick. That is correct.
So how boring would that be? I mean, I couldn't listen to him for more than 5 minutes without hearing a Margaret comment. But
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What difference does it make? Are you listening to him now? Is he on in the
No, I'm
market?
not listening. But
is he on in South Florida?
No, I don't know he is. I don't think he is. But
no, he's not.
Okay, so here's my question to you: is whatever really happened between you and him at the end?
He lied.
Is that what it was? I mean, because I know
he lied and then he badmouthed me and did everything he could to be a jerk. He just turned out to be whatever. I don't know. He just morphed into a jerk. I don't know what the hell happened to him. We always thought he was a good guy. Not that he was a great personal friend or anything, but he just he lied to us. When they sold the station to Paxson, he lied through his teeth, told us that they were supposed to have a meeting with him because they were keeping him and going to send him to KFI. And then he told me that they didn't show up for the meeting, which was a lie.
Oh, okay. So I know because you guys had cross dresses. I mean, in between and crossover.
Yeah, we got along great when we were working together. But then once he went a separate way, he decided to do a backstab, and that's fine. That's up to him. I don't care.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Later.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Turned out to be a turd, is what I would say. You know, real disappointment. Bitter disappointment, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it was a sad chain of events.
Yes. Lied to Rick, too. Rick Riley, also the same thing. Oh, they didn't show up for the meeting. Blah, blah. In the meantime, they did show up and they had the meeting, and they said they were sending him to KFI, which was all based on the fact that they had that gigantic Brian Cox lawsuit against him, and they didn't want to turn him loose because they wanted to be able to, like, squeeze the money out of his, out of his ass. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I need to speak to Neil.
No chance. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Well, you do have some phone calls, but I can guarantee you there's one call you're not going to get today.
And who's that?
Reverend Kennedy.
Yeah.
Good riddance, I say.
Thank the Lord. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I will say this. Man, we ought to do overs and unders on how many people call each day and say, I want to speak to Neil, and get hung up on immediately. That would be a good segment, the over and the under. 766, that'll be another number for that guy that says, I'm mailing it in, Defoe's boyfriend. Oh, and you know what I keep forgetting to talk about, and I don't know if you watched it. I'm sure you have. Zeitgeist, the movie?
I have a copy, and I haven't watched it yet. I'm very embarrassed.
Oh, you have got to watch that. Now,
I'll do it this weekend.
The first part is a little ponderous, where it goes through the anti-religion thing, and it's very excellent stuff. But I mean, it's stuff that a lot of us already know.
Right.
But I mean, when you get to the last half of it, it will just knock your socks off, even if you're not wearing any. It's just Zeitgeist the movie. There's a link to it on our website, not on QAM.com, but on NeilRogers.com, right above where Brady Quinn is squeezing his thing. Zeitgeist the movie. Believe you me, you need to see it. Trust me when I tell you, although most of you won't watch it. Have somebody else watch it and explain it to you. WQAM, hello.
Want to speak to Neil?
WQAM, hello. QAM, hola.
Neil.
Yeah.
What's your take on Jackson this morning? Did you like him?
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
First of all, Phil Henry's on in the middle of the night on 9:40, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Good time for him.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Second thing is, have you in your lifetime ever seen a bigger rape of the government in terms of money than is under this administration in 8 years?
Of course not.
It's unfathomable, and people don't even talk about it. It's insane.
They destroyed the whole economy. The dollar isn't worth a nickel anymore, and they've destroyed the whole American economy, and they're spending trillions of dollars, and everybody's back like this. Fred Thompson's on TV, so he's running for president. Whoopie-doo.
Well, here's the most amazing thing is when Hillary or Obama raise like millions of dollars, and they get all crazy about them raising millions of dollars, when these guys stole trillions.
Yeah.
Trillions went to
Who's getting all crazy about them raising millions of dollars?
Well, when you hear, oh, my God, it's the biggest fundraiser ever, Obama raised $30 million or whatever, and meanwhile...
So what's wrong with that? In other words, only fascists can raise money to run for office? I think, what's good for the goose is good to take a gander at. Oh, there's a Bubba. Bubba's going to save the world. If Al Gore can't do it, Bubba's going to chime in there and do it.
Oh. Hillary 2008. You could have kept it on.
Oh, I got another one. There is the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Even Rick Shaw agreed with that. Remember that? He don't like to knock anybody. But I managed to squeeze a little shot out of him out of Larry, Luckiest man on the face of the globe.
You get a lot of big sports with Neil Rogers on Sports Hole Radio, WQAM.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Senator Larry Craig is denying any wrongdoing despite a guilty plea stemming from an incident in an airport men's room.
Senator Craig, thanks for the interview.
Do I know you? Have I met you before?
No, don't think we've met. And could you get your hand off my knee?
I'm gay, and I cruise, and I hit on men.
Not interested, Senator. So, how do you pick up guys?
I make eye contact. I smile at people. They recognize me. I go around anywhere hitting on men.
Okay.
Here's one thing I do.
I seek and ask. Oh, thanks for coming by, Senator.
I hope Idahoans will allow me to continue serving gay people at the Minneapolis airport.
CNN Breaking News.
Yeah, break the 785 on our poll. We're going to have over 800 by the top of the hour. And piece of cake. And top of the hour, we start with the River House. Here's an article from July 31st, 2005. And you're probably wondering, well, what is it from? And
what is it from?
The Herald. From the Herald. Sarah Talalay. Remember her, Chris?
Who?
No. Well, you don't read the newspaper.
Yeah, I do.
It said, ask the two largest sports radio stations in South Florida what they think of each other, and just like on air, they don't hold back. Veteran WQAM dismisses its newest challenger, 790 The Ticket. We consider ourselves more authoritative and experienced than them as silly and amateurish, says Greg Reed, WQAM's vice president and general manager. He saved his harshest critique for Dan LeBastard's afternoon show on 790. Our guys at the station call it Sissy Boy Radio. It's a bunch of girlish type topics. It's not really serious sports talk. Yeah, Greg, maybe that's why they're kicking our ass. It's not serious sports talk. It's girly talk. LeBastard chuckled. It's nice to see he's listening. He said, I would say Sissy Boy Radio is preferable to old, white, nursing home, Century Village, fossilized radio. Wow. Who could he be talking about there?
Neil, God!
Welcome to the Sports Talk Radio Wars in South Florida. It says where 790 The Ticket has launched the first significant challenge to WQAM, the station that's dominated the sports landscape for more than a decade. Bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop, ba-bip-ba-ba-ba-ba. Greg Reed says this. Of course, he's long gone. But you said he was in the building yesterday flashing around his new suit.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that what you said? 5670560, pound 560. And I'm thinking about this business about Mo and about Jim DeFede. And like I said, it's like a deck of cards. Just keep shuffling the deck with the same cards over and over and over again. And you spread the cards out all over the table, and guess what? Every time it's all the same cards. They may be in a different order, but it's the same cards. You know what I'm saying? And that's this radio market now. It's just recycling the same old stuff over and over and over again. Jim DeFede, my God. WQAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing, pal?
Okay, sir.
Two things. The CDC has admitted that the human papillomavirus has mutated, and if these kids in junior high school and high school have 4 to 5 partners a year, that they can get throat cancer. You know, that's one thing. And how come when you turn down your street down here in Parkland, I mean not in Parkland, over in Plantation Acres, there's like a guy who's got like a tiki hut that looks like he's a Osceola or Seminole Indian there.
What is this man talking about?
Oh, please.
Yeah, stay off my street,
Human papillomavirus.
Yeah, stay off my street. And quit raping teenagers. WQAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you guys today?
Okay, how are you?
Good, good, good. I want to introduce Neil to the Monavi.
You want to introduce who?
Neil?
Who do you think you're talking to, schmuck? Another idiot. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. So many stupid, and you know what? It's great. It's great.
Yeah, it is. It's really great.
Now, what are you eating now?
Yellowfin tuna.
Yellowfin tuna. Now, what about these desserts? The chocolate cheesecake?
Oh, God.
With cashew bark ganache, chocolate mousse, and chocolate pyramid? What is a chocolate pyramid? Are they like Egyptians?
Yeah, it's a pyramid made of different kinds of chocolate. Like, the deeper you go into it, the crazier the chocolate gets. It's like a mousse. What do you call it? What's in there, Doug? Mousse nougat. It's got some ganache. I'm going to nosh on the ganache here.
The nickname could be like Matt Fudge. 789 on the poll. We're almost to 800, baby. Whatever the hell that means. I have no idea what that means. So Jim DeFede is coming back, and Mo may be making a comeback across the street. Of all the rumors, I sure hope that one is true.
Why don't they tell us something that's like interesting or is going to make a difference in our lives? Or
when is that going to start? Well, when does that show start?
Yeah.
On what station? WQAM. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
You work better alone.
Oh. QAM, hello, another George shot. QAM.
Hello, I heard Phil Henry on WBZT Saturday night.
Yeah, and?
And he's doing his regular show there on the Palm Beach station.
What do you mean he's doing his regular show? What does that mean?
He's not doing any kind of shtick or anything, just a regular show. It takes the place of Odd Bell.
Yeah, he's doing right-wing crap.
Yeah, but it's doing the Odd Bell time slot.
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing up in Palm Beach. I don't know what he's doing on INZ. I can't get that station.
Well, what do you mean what he's doing on INZ? In other words, you think he's doing a different show on another station?
No.
Man, oh man, like I said, whoa. Yeah, he's on 15 different stations, and he's doing 15 different shows, sir. Every station he's on, he's doing something different. He's doing Margaret on one station. He's doing Bob Green on another one. Seriously, and we're going to have an election? We're going to have a presidential election there, and these people are going to vote? Wow. 8 more troops died yesterday in Iraq. Now it's like an afterthought on the news. It's like, well, it's too depressing. It's bad news. It's hot as hell. People don't want to get all depressed, right? So don't even talk about it. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
It's the Silver Spoon Kid.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
What does that mean?
Oh, my God.
Feinberg.
What about him?
It's me.
Yeah, sure.
When are we going to the pickle barrel?
Schmuck.
You don't think it's me?
No. And what if it was you? Wouldn't that be pathetic?
It would be pathetic.
I mean, you're pathetic enough if it is you, but it doesn't sound like Joel Feinberg. But if it was, you'd be pathetic enough to be calling this show.
Oh, come on. I love listening to you.
Yeah, well, I know that. That's obvious. So when do you want to make it? What kind of a deal you want to make, Joel?
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, ready for what?
You.
Yeah. Guess what? Bend over, baby.
Rectum.
5670560. That could have been him. I don't know, because he's enough of a putz that might have been him. He's probably sitting there with... Probably half of the calls we get are from over there anyway.
Probably.
Which they don't realize that they're doing us a big favor. And look at how many votes we got on the poll now, 790. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Coincidence?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's an act of God,
Neil, God.
So put it in the paper. Joel Feinberg calls the Neil Rogers Show. That didn't sound like him. It sounded like one. Maybe it was. I don't know.
I don't know.
It could be. He's dumb enough to pull a stunt like that. I mean, here's a real classy guy, This is the same guy that called up Greg Reed and left him a message on his voicemail. Oh, we're not going to force you to, overpay Bocamper because we have no interest in him. So we're not going to do like we did with Mandich and with Hank, force you to overpay and get you into a bidding war. Don't overpay him because we don't want him anyway. And leaves a message on Greg Reed's voicemail. Remember that?
Sure do.
Now, that was a good match there, Joel Feinberg and Greg Reed.
Yeah,
although I don't know what kind of suits Joel wears because I never had a chance to meet him.
I'm sure they're expensive.
Now, what do you say? He was going to stick his pickle in the barrel?
Mm-hmm.
Not mine,
your
Joel.
barrel, yeah.
No.
You have a barrel of laughs.
Hello.
Neil, I want to apologize to you, buddy.
For what?
For not knowing it was you the last time I called.
Yeah, well, what did you want to say last time?
About the Mona V. You need to drink it.
What is that?
It's a fruit juice. It has 19 different kind of fruits.
Yeah, well, good. Stick it, baby. Stick it in Joel Feinberg's. Get out of my face. I'm really amazed that the cereal guy hasn't called again today. He'll be on. And you know who else hasn't called? The quarter slots guy from Vegas. We already had the S&P guy. Let's take a look at the S&P, okay?
S&P is up today, Neil. S&P is up today.
Oh, the S&P is up 6 1/4. How do you like that? Aren't you excited? And the euro is up to 137 against the inept American dollar, the pathetic American dollar. Ain't worth a dime, man. Don't tell Joel that all of Daddy's money ain't worth squat anymore because the dollar's worth... Well, just stay right there. You'll be okay. WQAM, hello.
This just in, over the trade wire.
WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
What is your pick on the Dolphins game this weekend?
What do I think? I don't think of the Dolphins at all.
What was that?
Let me say it again. I don't think. I don't care. I couldn't give a crap less. Does that answer your question?
Isn't this a sports radio?
No.
It is.
No.
It is.
Let me say it again. N-O.
No.
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 No. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. It's all spots radio, sir. You got your R in there. Take the R out, okay?
R.
Yeah, we are all spots radio. If you don't believe me, listen to the Joe Rowe Show tomorrow morning with Kenny Schwartz. What's the guy's name again? Keith Jackson? Jason Jackson. I'll get it. I don't know why I have such a difficulty with his name. I don't know what that's all about. He sounds a little bit like the big...
Rock solid.
Oh, to me. Don't they sound very similar? Without the Spanglish baby talk. WQAM, hello. QAM, hola.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you feel threatened by the Dennis Miller Show?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was listening to him. He's pretty good.
You know what? Dennis Miller, you couldn't find his number with a search party.
He sucks.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel really threatened, baby. That's what I worry about. Every day when I wake up in the morning, I think to myself, oh, my God, who are they going to put on against me now? I'm threatened. I'm really worried about it. Paycheck showed up 5 days early, sir. That's all I care about. Just keep putting the money in the bank, baby. Keep putting the money in the old bank. Wonderful. I'm threatened, though. Maybe that Jim DeFede will be on. Oh, brother.
Mark Morgan, it's the 12 to 1 hour on QAM.
Good morning, Americans. It's Paul Harvey. Stand by for news. A young technician and his general manager, Bob, boarded a train heading through the mountains on its way to Wichita. They sat right across the aisle from Linda and her grandmother. Well, after a while, it was obvious that Linda and John were interested in each other because they were giving each other the look. Soon the train passed through a tunnel, and it became pitch black. There was a sound of kissing, followed by the sound of a slap. When the train emerged from the tunnel, the four sat silently without saying a word. The grandmother was thinking to herself, it was very brash for that young man to kiss my granddaughter, but I'm glad Linda slapped him. The general manager, Bob, is sitting there thinking, I didn't know John was brave enough to kiss that girl, but I sure wish she hadn't missed him when she slapped and hit me. Linda was thinking, I'm glad the guy kissed me, but I wish my grandmother hadn't slapped him. And John sat there with a satisfying smile on his face and thought, life is good. How often does a guy get the chance to kiss a beautiful girl and slap his general manager all in the same day? Paul Harvey.
Good day.
Good day.
I just had a great programming idea. What do you think of this? We give Joel Feinberg his own regular segment on the show. That seems to be really big on the station.
Sure.
Drew Rosenstein's got his... As long as he can get a sponsor. Then Joel does a live spot.
He texted me and said that you're a word we can't say on the air. But it starts with an A and ends with a hole.
What are you talking about?
Joel texted me and told me to tell you that you're a hole. And I texted him back and I said, yeah, and I said, I think he already knows that.
Yeah, so what about it, Joel?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hand me my
Thanks
water.
for the one, sweetheart. The Joel Feinberg segment on QAM. Just get your own live sponsor, baby. Should be no problem. Okay, I forgot about to be checking this thing. How many we got left? 35 on the River House. It opened up at noon, and I wasn't plugging it hard enough. We got 30? How many we got left?
About 30, man.
I'll be damned. So he texted you. Oh, that's right. He's got your text.
Right,
your phone
got
number.
it from Zach.
Is that what Zach told you?
No, I'm just presuming.
Watch your back, Zach.
Could have gotten it from anybody.
Or, and
Have
by the way, nice coup there, Joel. You got Geldy and now Mo coming together. Maybe you can pair them up in the morning with Sid the Obnoxious Yid. We got how many left? 30 out of 100 for a River House. See, ours doesn't take like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to sell out like Stu Gotts. That's because you don't really have anybody listening. I think they get a lot of wired diaries over there, but whatever.
27.
Like I said, we got 27 left. And the reason this is taking a little bit longer is because I've been thinking, because they got a two-step process on there. They got to do the two-step drop.
It's also 100 instead of 50.
Yeah, I know that. We had 100 last week, and we sold them out in 1 minute. 1 minute. That's back when we had an audience before Joel Feinberg chased them all away. Okay, what I'm thinking is I'll challenge Joel Feinberg, since he thinks I'm such an a-hole. Why doesn't he come on the air one day on Monday?
Sure.
Because this is the last day for me this week. We won't let him call twice in one day.
Nobody gets to do that.
No, that's right. Not even Joel. And we can negotiate a deal right here on the air.
That'll be great. Is that a first time for that?
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened
broadcasting?
before. And they can't do a contract tampering thing because this company's already violated my contract in so many different ways that I can't even count it. Not that I would work for him, you understand, but I think it would be fun. Let's negotiate a deal right on the air, Joel. Come on, there's the challenge. He wants me so bad he can taste it. He can taste the old pickle in the barrel. 17 left is all we got on our the River House in Fort Lauderdale. Good food. And what are you guys eating now? Are you getting into that dessert yet? Or
yeah,
what?
you know it. Chocolate cheesecake and that chocolate mousse pyramid.
Oh, that's right. You said the deeper you get in there, the darker it gets.
Yeah.
I see.
And the chocolate, too.
Right. 14 left is all we got. Boy, these things are going like hotcakes, if I dare say that. And I'm sure Duff is really all whipped up about that. Here's Jonathan Plantation, one of our regular faxers. It's good to see some of these people coming back now that the summertime is over. Now that George chased them all away. I mean,
yeah.
I say that every year, and then you wind up with a really good number in the summertime, and in spite of what you're surrounded by.
Not worried.
What do you mean by that?
About the numbers,
I'm not worried because I don't want to miss out on the bonus money because you...
Like I do, I can't afford to miss out on that.
Well, we did last time.
I know.
We hit the third.
I know. Yeah.
Third.
And nothing the book before it.
Oh, my God. And that's Jolly Joe Bell again, you know. I think Joe Bell ought to be praised of the fact that Joel Feinberg... See, so it obviously was him because he's got your number there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't recognize the voice because he sounds like a nerd, you know.
Allison did. She came in and said, "Oh, my God."
She knew that was him?
Yeah.
That has to be unprecedented. I mean, maybe not, but I mean close to it. The general manager of the competition across the street calling on his show, admitting that he loves this show, which he's listening to it right now, and glued to the radio with like crazy glue. Obsessed. And he's given a song to dance like. I'm going to meet him at a restaurant here in Toronto where we almost did have that meeting, and it's a damn good thing for him that we didn't.
11.
We got 11 to go. Because talking to him on the phone was bad enough, but meeting him in person, I mean, I don't know what the guy looks like. Not that I look like anything, but then again, that's not.
You will. I'm going to send you a magazine with him on it. Joe Bell wanted me to.
I can't wait. It's the Joel Feinberg Show. Here's Joel to do a live spot for somebody, anybody. Just open up the yellow pages. Jonathan says you are abso-freaking-lutely correct about Zeitgeist. Talk about an amazing movie and a must-see for anyone with a brain. So obviously it says South Florida's out. By the way, the movie's available on DVD for $7 a piece. I bought 2 copies to give as Christmas gift, Jonathan says. Thanks for letting us know about it. George, you rock as usual. Have a great one. How do you like that? You rock, George. George is going to spin some wax.
That's right.
He's going to the House of Wax with Vincent Price.
I'm rocking this moose right now.
So what did he say? He just sent you a thing saying Neil is an a-hole, and that was it?
Yeah, that was the last text, yeah.
Well, what do you mean the last one?
He said that wasn't nice, and then another one saying that you were in a hole.
Well, what wasn't nice? What does that mean?
You weren't nice to him on the air.
Of course not. Why should I be nice to him? He's the general manager. They would do anything to hurt us. They would do anything to hurt us. Don't you remember those days? They would do anything to hurt us, like a spoiled child with daddy's money, you know? They would do anything to hurt us. You don't have to worry, Joe. We're hurting ourselves, okay? We're killing ourselves. We're committing Harry Carey every day without the Cubs. Oh, my God. They would do anything to hurt us. And then, of course, his rant about Wayne and the Dolphins, you know, when they gave us the games, which they gave us nothing but a headache. And, you know, oh, gee, they don't care about our business. Quit being a spoiled little rich kid, okay, Joel? Although if you want to send me some money, I'll be glad to take it. In fact, I got an even better offer for Joel Feinberg right now. Forget about my working over there, because I don't want to get back with Mo again and Gildy and that whole bunch
come on now.
And with Sid the Kid. I don't want to get involved with those people over there. But I'm thinking if he just buys out my contract, I'll just walk away right now. Like that, what do we got that thing? That says just walk away. That's the one. Very good. I'll walk away right now. I won't even come back on Monday. All he's got to do is pick up the tab for the rest of it. Don't you think that's a possibility?
Sure, you can work it out when you do it live on the air.
We had 100, and now there are 4 left. So you want them for the River House, you better grab them right now. 4 $50 certificates for $25. They'll be gone in a few minutes. You keep your eye on it, Chris. That'll keep you off the street.
Okay,
something to do. And maybe Joel Feinberg will call back. He calls in on the airline, no less. And I'm supposed to know it's really him? Well, what's your take on that whole thing?
Obviously, he wasn't listening to his own station.
Well, no, obviously he listens to this show religiously every day and wants me desperately over there, which isn't going to happen. What's your take, George?
He wants to know what time on Monday you'd like to negotiate your new contract on the air.
Did he respond again?
What time on Monday? That's the text I got just now.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Here's the deal. Send him back the bat line.
Okay.
Yeah, and tell him right at the beginning we can promote this all weekend long. Not that anybody will. And at 10:05 on Monday morning, he can call in. He can be my first caller on the bat line, and we'll negotiate our contract on the air. How's that?
All right. When they said there's no business like show business, they weren't kidding, were they?
There's no business like it. Well, that was my idea. I think it's a great idea. Now, maybe he wants to buy me out, or maybe he actually would like me to have me on the air over there and really, kick ass and promote the show. What do you think, George? George would go. George would go.
Wherever you go,
because
baby.
Because at least they have a sense of humor over there. They don't, they're not into this pure
I'm attached
crap.
to your hip. I'll go where you go, baby.
Is that where you're attached?
Yes, at the hip.
That's what Larry Craig said to the cop. We're attached at the toe. 5670560. So you're getting pretty tight with Joel Feinberg with these
apparently we're
text
chummy.
messages back and forth. Wow. And there's not a call left on the board. Thanks, Joel. We were smoking there for a little while. Wouldn't you think this would provoke some tremendous controversy? I mean, in this audience, this is the big thing. The biggest story on our website the last 3 or 4 weeks was the one that Barry Jackass wrote about the South Florida radio wars between us and those lunatics across the street. That's had the most reads of anything. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, hey. I'm sure that guy's a douche and a half to work for, but if there's no Joyce, it can't be half bad going over there. I'd listen to him
Maybe
too.
he'd actually let me do the show, you think?
That's what I'm saying, sir. I'd back you on that one.
Okay.
All right, in closing, I'm bending it like Beckham.
Yeah, bend this.
Rectum.
5670. What is the big deal with him anyway? He's a soccer player, and he don't even look that good anymore, David Beckham. What's the big deal with him? Chris?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
817 votes on the poll. I'll give you the result one of these times when we get a chance, but I think we hit the jackpot.
It's at 0, so we'll see what happens.
What do you think the guys across the street are thinking about this?
What guys where?
What do you think that George Sedano, the kid they put on in midday, who's also a big fan of the show, what do you think that he's thinking that his boss, that his general manager, is calling me on the air while he's on and is going to negotiate on Monday a deal for me to go across the street?
Why me?
And now where does this leave you? Well, you got Zach and Joe Rose there. You could work with them.
By the way.
Yes.
Joel says, you know my buddy, that he told Mo that he couldn't pay him for airtime. So whatever you're hearing about Mo going over there.
Yeah, I knew that. Didn't I say that?
Which means he'll probably be on
my
there
close
next week.
personal friend Joel Feinberg may be stupid at times, but nobody in the world, including him, is dumb enough to put Mo on the air. Okay? I mean, one obnoxious New Yorker by himself is bad enough, but two side by each? Come on now, man. Wow. So in other words, Mo couldn't pay him enough money to be on the air over there, and Hank, he said he wouldn't touch with an 800-pound pole. I mean, with an 80-foot pole.
Funny.
Maybe you can pay Hank by the pound. WQAM, hello. QAM. You can do it. I guess he couldn't do it. Here I thought he could. QAM, not there. QAM, hello. Hola. Now, what just happened? I think Joel put a hex on us. He's pretending to be your buddy, you know. This is evil, Joel. I knew he would do anything to hurt us.
Well, we are sold out, so.
What do you mean by that? Yeah,
well,
the show is sold
0.
out. We got a lot of spots, Joel. Okay, eat your heart out. We have no listeners anymore. We have no numbers, but we got a lot of spots. Way too many, but you never have too many spots, Joel. Just remember that.
I'm Mark Morgan. Now here's Neil Rogers on 560 QAM.
Way down south, where the mugwumps go to hang from trees and play banjo. You got some who own a station on newfangled radio.
We got one certificate left.
Now as North Carolina goes, Raleigh's a big city, you know, and that's where the Beasleys had to go for Jolly Riley Joe. Oh! A new GM, he'll do what he can. Shake your hand like a friend, then quickly walk away.
Yes.
They had Joe go to 560 with ratings in the toilet bowl to get those flaming sport homos in order and control. And then so Jolly Raleigh Joe, a buckular and in the know, he lets Mo go, and here's what blows, gives Geldy his own show. He'll make a big change and rearrange. It's worse or the same, he hasn't done a thing. For what goes on the air at 2, Joe don't have a stinking clue about a format that essentially blows sport hole radio.
Oh!
The GM of 560, Jolly Raleigh Joe.
1217 at 560 WQAM. That's what we got. Pophead Greg Reed, and look what we got now. 829 votes on the poll. Who is your least favorite departed QAM host? Mo Howard David, who Joel Feinberg says he wouldn't touch with your money, 228 vote. All of the above, 193. Scott Farrell, 101. Geldy, 92. Pretty high on the Richter scale there, Geldy. The Crow, 66. Kenny Walker, 50. Defoe, 33. Mark Eisenberg, 25. Ron Hersey Highway, 21. And Joe Costello, only 20. They love Joe Costello.
What's not to like?
Why did he can him?
Oh, you don't remember that story?
Yeah, something about pornography in the middle of the night on an overnight show. I forget.
Yeah, it had to do with that.
It had to do with something like that. 831 vote. We'll make that 1,000 today if it's the last thing we do, Chris. Now, if we do go across the street, do we take Chris with us or what?
Yeah. Well, it depends on how much they pay.
Is he part of a... Well, what do you mean by that? Could they pay any less?
Well, that's true.
Could they pay any less? Like I told Miguel, when he called me, I was at Woodbine there, or leaving there a couple weeks ago, whenever it was, and I told him, one thing, at least they're going to treat you better over there. They couldn't treat you any worse. And he said, amen to that, or something in Spanish I didn't understand. It sounded like that. So what do you think, George? Are we ready to pack up and go?
Hey, whatever, man.
Let's see if the audience would follow us across the street to 790. I think they got a better signal. I know they got a better spot on the dial.
If you tell them you can play a fart sound, they'll all come over.
Yeah, that's going to be the first, list of questions for Joel Feinberg when we have our big call on Monday morning at 10:05.
We want our farts. We want our words back.
We want our words back, like
the English language, like D-bag and A-hole and S-bag.
S-bag.
The English language, we'd like to be able to speak English.
Really? In other words, we like to obey FCC rules, but not a whole bunch of rules that Joyce
made up arbitrary incompetent people, fakers on a power trip rules, yes.
I have a feeling that if we went over there across the street, even with Joe Rose coming back with Keith Jackson or whatever his name is in the morning, I think that would be the nail in the coffin for these people. And well-deserved, Fat Ass Jolly Joe, and Clarence, and Joyce. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. How you doing today?
Okay.
I was just driving back from Gulfstream, and I had you on the radio, and I heard you laying into yet another caller. You've gotten a lot angrier over the years. What's going on?
No, I'm not angry at all.
You're not?
No. My life is great. I mean, if it makes you happy to think that.
No, that's exactly it. Your life appears to be great. Everything's good at the station. I mean, you're doing
everything is not good at the station. What makes you say everything is good at the station?
Meaning that you're getting your checks.
I'm getting my check. Well, in other words, that's all life is to you, is getting paid? That's just a payday?
But isn't that what you've been saying?
Yes, that's all that counts. When you're working for these people, that's all that counts. That's not what life is all about. That's what life with the Beasleys is all about, is just making sure you get paid on time, or maybe a day or two early, or sometimes 5 days early. Nice going, Fat Ass Jolly Joe. That's his claim to fame with me, is he gets the checks there, which, there's something to be said for that. But that's as far as I push it, because I know he's incapable of doing anything else, like anything that makes any sense. Like the fact that this production disc, I still don't have. Now, is it going to show up today? So that I don't know. I
asked Roland, he said he mailed it that day, so maybe it got hung up in customs because it's subversive material.
Get out of here. Everything is an excuse that comes from that building. Every other FedEx that I send, if I send it before 6 o'clock at night, it's wherever I send it by 10 o'clock the next morning at the latest. Everything. Boca's disc showed up here just fine as wine yesterday. No problem at all, in spite of the holiday on Monday. No problem. But it comes from QAM. Oh, but a beep, but a boop, but a bop. I mean, FedEx, what do you think, Neil? I mean, you're like in another country. I mean, how do you do that? It's like that ad. Is it a FedEx spot where they got that package sitting there and one guy says, we got to make this box go from here to Germany. How do we do that? You know the spot I'm talking about?
No.
You've never seen that? It's a great spot.
I don't think so.
Oh, that box from here to Germany. Well, I don't know. Let's have a meeting about it, WQAM, hello.
Neil, how are you?
Let's break up into groups. Yes, sir.
Neil, if you cross the street, man, I'm there with you. I'm not going to abandon you.
Now, what do you think about that? Do you think this is a revolutionary idea that I could negotiate a new deal on the air on Monday?
Hey, sign me up. I'm part of the Revolutionary Army. I'll be there.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Get a new phone. Here's a fax that says, oh, look at this, callers 5 and 6. I better look at that. Do we have any left, the certificates? Is there still a 1? Are you still a 1? I still got 1 on there.
I have 0.
No, I have 0 now. Sold out. Which means that it's sold out and confirmed.
Correct.
And, it's a sealed deal. Okay, good. So there aren't any left. But callers 5 and 6 right now at 1-800-227-0560 win a $50 gift certificate to the River House in Fort Lauderdale. And by the way, you got those ones to send to our close personal friend that Duff told me were in there?
Already in the mail.
Already in the mail. How do you like that, Professor? They're already in the mail. Am I the best or what?
No.
Yes, I am. Callers 5 and 6 right now, 1-800-227-0560. Win a $50 gift certificate to the River House in Fort Lauderdale. 1-800-227-0560. 0560.
Oh!
How's Henry Barrow doing? Still fat as a house, as an apartment complex?
I imagine.
Why do I keep thinking about that?
I don't know.
Because so depressing. Oh, I just got a headache. I got a migraine thinking about that. It was either that or Joel Feinberg. Now, I will say this. I can't say much for him, but when he called on air, now maybe he put on a better show for the audience, because it's on the air and somebody might actually be listening, but I doubt it. He sounded much more, I don't know what the word is, like a mensch. Not a mensch, but like more human than he did when he talked to me here.
Sounded inhuman.
Maybe he was in the bag when he was here. I don't know what the deal was, but he was just like a putz. You know, oh, hi, Neil. How are you? You know, like a putz, like a nebbish, like a schmuck. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay.
Great. Anyway, I was just thinking about this. You and George deserve combat pay for putting up with those morons at the Beasley Group.
Yeah.
That is definite.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the only thing I can say about that.
Let me ask you a question. Is it definite?
I believe so. I believe
okay, thank you. Thank you for your astute opinion. 5670560. You see, the interesting part of it is I was thinking this before, about an hour ago, and I got all caught up with the crap. But the fact of the matter is, how many, other than shuffling the deck and reshuffling, how many real new personalities have come into this market in the last, 10 years who mean anything? Who mean anything. I'm not just talking about somebody different who wasn't on before. I'm talking about people who mean something. Do you know what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
People who have put up some kind of a big number more than just in 1 or 2 months. I'm not talking about Sid the Kid who's screaming and yelling because he's got a 25 to 34 because they got a bunch of wired diaries or whatever that was all about. A bunch of kids, the refugees from New York. It just doesn't happen, and that's what Rick Shaw and I were talking about last week, the sad state of this business, man. But then again, we got a lot of ex-jocks, though, on the air. Oh, yeah. And we got a lot of sports writers on the air, although I noticed that most of them seem to have vanished, along with Kenny and Bo. Maybe they're at the Camilla's house with Kenny and Bo. WQAM, hello.
Lost soul, love me.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Question, do you think George would go with you if you...
WQAM, hello.
Hey, am I caller 5 or 6?
Yes, 5 or 6.
5 and 6. I guess he just didn't hear the number. Or maybe he's stupid. That could be it. Or both of the above. WQAM, hello.
Uncle Neil, it's
Yes,
Gil.
sir. It's what?
Southern Gil.
How
you doing, buddy?
Can I say something to you?
Yes.
You called here on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Why are you calling again today? Do you want
Because
to become
I'm off all
you want to
week,
become
buddy.
a chronic and really piss me off? Is that what you
No,
want to do,
become
Southern Gil?
a chronic? If you go across
if
the
I
road,
were you,
I'll go
I would
across the
restrict
street
your
with you.
communication to your faxes, okay, which were bad enough. But don't call this show, Stuttering Gil. I'll give you a date, like July 1st of next year. I'll still be on, although maybe not on this station. You never know. In fact, after Monday. So what's Joe Bell doing about this? Is he going to have like a counteroffer? Is he going to come in there at 10:30 on Monday?
I don't know.
Knowing the great sense of humor that he's got. And by the way, Joel, if you're still listening, which I'm sure you are, Jolly Joe was running around with some magazine with your picture on it, like, oh, ho, 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 like that. I don't see any magazine with Jolly Joe's picture on it, though.
You don't subscribe to that magazine.
What's that? Losers, Inc.?
Wonderful WQAM. Remember this bone and gasser. Wonderful WQAM.
Billy, time for your enema. Oh, jeez, Mom, not another enema.
Kids just hate getting enemas, and moms hate giving them. But now...
Who's on the bat line?
Love. Introducing new enemas, the candy-coated chocolate enema that makes getting cleaned out fun.
Hey, Mom, can I have another enema?
I don't know, Billy. That makes your 3rd enema today.
Please.
Well, okay.
Cool. Then this time, I want a green one.
Oh, sorry, son. I took all the green ones.
Oh, Dad.
My 2 boys.
New enemas. Melts in your butt, not in your head.
Okay, who was that on the bat line?
It was a fax. It's the wrong number. In other words.
No, and didn't you send him that the bat line number?
Yes, but I didn't send him an incorrect number.
What do you mean by that? Well, what does that mean?
We get wrong numbers on the bat line all the time, as you know.
Yeah.
People think that that's the fax number.
No, I think that was Joel cranking you.
Could be.
845 votes on the poll. Yeah, see, just be careful with him, okay? He's not one of those people. He would do anything to hurt us.
That's what I heard.
5670560. We're moving across the street, baby. We're going to the ticket. We're leaving now. And see, if I was him, I'd be on. If Norma Kent was like a real agent, instead of talking about his dead dogs and stuff like that, he'd be on the phone with Joel right now. And Joel, of course, he don't want to be bothered with him because he doesn't deal with middlemen.
That's right. Small potatoes.
He
Pimps.
can't be bothered with the pimps, with middlemen. You know.
Norma Kent's a pimp.
That's right. Like Tartaglia, he was a pimp. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, speak to Joyce.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Don't I wish. Remember we used to have that Ask the Manager crap?
Mm-hmm.
What? That was on IOD,
We got Joyce here.
Who used to do that? Was that Ask the Manager? Was that?
I don't know.
Or no, we used to have Ask the Program Director on here, didn't we? On the
Hank did that.
Hank did it?
Yeah, ask the Program Director.
Wow. A lot of questions this audience would like to ask the Program Director if we could find that simpleton. Have you seen him lately, Clarence? Is he still showing up there or what?
Haven't seen him lately.
No wonder you sound like in a good mood, in spite of those big BMs. WQAM, hello.
Neil, how about Geico.com? It's so easy. Even a QAM man can do it.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes. What is it? How come I can't hear these callers? Have you got the pot closed or are they just all mumbling?
They're just being weird.
Oh. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I agree with you about the reshuffling of the talent. It kind of reminds me of the professional sports franchises, how they keep hiring the same old
that's right.
coaches.
That's correct.
You know, the retreads.
Yeah.
I had a question. When you had Rich Shaw on last week, he said he forgot to turn down the, the wattage one night, and you could hear the signal way out.
Right.
Hundreds of. Why do they do that for? At nighttime, it seems like you can't hear the stations that well, and I guess that's
you
the
have
reason.
to protect the signal. That's the FCC. It's in order to protect the signal of those other stations on your frequency.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you answered my
It's because
question.
AM radio is a mess of that. Yeah. A lot
Well,
of
even
noise.
during the day, it's terrible. I mean, at night, it's even 100 times worse.
Yeah.
But you have a nice day, Neil.
And back to you, pal. Thanks for the good news. 5670560, pound 560. You would think now, like I shouldn't say you would think. You maybe back in the day you would think when we had an audience that after that revolutionary call from Joel Feinberg, the general manager across the street of the Ticket 790 on the dial, our new employer, and the fact that we agreed to negotiate a new deal for us to go over there on Monday, you'd think that this audience the phones would be on fire, wouldn't you?
What do they care? They tune into this one, they tune into that one. What difference?
280 kilocycles on the dial. Now, 790, the interesting part of that would be, because that used to be WNWS. It also used to be WFUN.
Right. Those are great call letters. Who's got those now?
Somebody somewhere. Somebody smart.
Yeah.
But anyway, then it was W News, WNWS. And, of course, the reason Dick Casper chose those call letters is we were all news in the beginning, except for at night at Talk. Me and Jerry Wishner. So wouldn't that be kind of like turning the clock back, going back to 790? Which I believe.
What word did you say?
Clock. I think there's 10,000 watts, I do believe. I mean, I don't really know. Maybe they got a better signal. I know we'd get some promotion. We'd get billboards. I think Joel Feinberg personally would go up and down Lincoln Road Mall with a sandwich board. Neil Rogers is on my station. Oh, my God, Neil Rogers. Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be something.
And I bet you he wouldn't threaten to put tapes on in the summertime or on Fridays or whatever when you were on. Like fat-ass Jolly Joe.
I don't know how smart he is yet.
Who hates you like poison because Greg Reed told him he ought to.
Apparently.
WQAM, hello.
I got a snake.
WQAM, hello.
Yes, I'd like to set up a date with Neil.
You want to do what?
Send a picture.
Send a picture of what?
He wants to set up a date with you.
Oh, he set up a date, no. WQAM, hello. George already said send a picture. QAM.
Hey, good afternoon, Neil.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hey, now that Pavarotti's dead, do you think the other two tenors will try to recruit Rick Sanchez?
WQAM, hello.
The true motive for this war, which was revealed during his absence. There's a picture of what? So he is back from his annual gratuitous photo op in Iraq, and what a sorry spectacle it was. It was nothing compared to the spectacle of one unfiltered...
What was that? Is that Rush that somebody's playing in the back?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I couldn't hear it because it was like that. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. You're not helping me, folks, make my decision. We're trying to work with the audience to see whether we should just fly to Coop and go right across the street. And I wouldn't have to go anywhere. You would, but I wouldn't have to go anywhere.
Right.
Because I'm sure that Joel would set it up. All they have to do is just dial up this number and connect, with him.
Sure, just flip a switch.
Just flip a switch, and bada bing, there I would be. Because that would have to be part of the deal. Plus my 40 weeks a year vacation, plus the summer deal, plus getting paid several days early every payday. All of these things. WQAM, hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay, sir.
All right. Hey, I just wanted to say something about that one guy, Mayor Nagel. Instead of calling them the anti-gay toilets, they should call them the anti-Republican toilet.
WQAM, hello.
Oh, yeah, Neil. What
Yeah.
a combination.
What is it?
I said, what a combination. And I know 790.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you. Is it your phone or have you got some kind of intestinal problem? Because you sound like you're straining. How come I can't hear you?
I don't know. How about right now?
A little bit better. The worst phone in history. What kind of a phone is that? No, don't tell us. Go ahead.
I was just saying, what a combination if 790 had you.
Yeah, get a new phone. WQAM, hello.
Hey, I would say no. I would not move. If I was you, I would not move if I was you. You hear?
If you
say it again.
If you was me.
Neil.
Yeah.
I would stay because, Greg Bell might not be too mad at you if you leave.
Greg Bell?
I'm saying if you leave,
Trevor
don't
Jones.
you think that Greg...
WQAM, hello. QAM. Not there. Boy, that's one of the deadest sounding lines I've ever heard.
That is very quiet.
I liked it.
Not even
QAM,
scattered.
hello. It was an improvement over that.
Yeah.
QAM, hello.
You should go to 790 and do a show with Stu Gotts.
That's Stu Gotts. Oh, there's the Stu Gotts lady, yeah.
Lady is right.
Another person who don't belong on the air is Stu Gotts, even for a second. I just looked at their website. By the way, that George Sedano's not a bad-looking kid that works over there.
I mentioned that to you before.
Did you? He looks
Well, I
pretty
saw him
good
a
to
long
me.
time ago, and I said he's,
Hey, Jorge. I don't mean you.
He's
either.
your speed.
Yeah, he looks pretty good. But the Stu Gotts, he don't sound pretty good or look pretty good. He don't belong on the air, and he's got a rich daddy. And he's what is he now? Is he the station manager? Is that his title? I mean, it's laughable, baby. Next thing, Robert Grieper is going to be the general manager at QAM because he knows where all the bodies are buried. He knows where all the naked pictures are, the Beasleys and the Billy Goats. Well, I'm so glad I'm not playing those awful John Facenda Jr. rejoins today. Those fake John Facenda.
Sports Queer Radio is what the Q's for in QAM.
Absolutely.
You fairy.
Neil God. Good morning, Americans. It's Paul Harvey. Stand by for news. George placed a bouquet of flowers on the grave of his dearly departed mother and then started back towards his car when his attention was diverted to another man kneeling at a gravesite. The man seemed to be praying with profound intensity and kept repeating, "Why did you have to die? Why did you have to die? Why did you have to die?" George approached him and said, "Sir, I don't wish to interfere with your private grief, but this demonstration of pain is more than I have ever seen before. For whom do you mourn so deeply? A child? A parent?" The man took a moment to collect himself and then replied, "My wife's first husband." Now, page 2. Carl was strolling down the street. As he passed a large building with a fence around it, he heard a group of people chanting 69, 69, 69 over and over again. Curious, Carl tried to see over the fence but could not, and then he spotted a hole in the wooden fence. He put his eye to the hole and managed to spy some old people sitting in deck chairs chanting. Before a finger came out of nowhere and poked him in the eye. As he staggered back, he heard the chant 70, 70, 70. Paul Harvey.
Good day.
Good day.
About 30, man.
12:45 at 560 WQM. It's a banner day. I'll tell you one thing. The audience is just in a frenzy about Joel Feinberg's call. Man,
Yeah.
he made an impact today.
I can
you
tell.
and I just checked the MySpace, both of the sites, and there isn't one message. There isn't any, not a rumble, not even a trickle, Not like a ripple in the water when you throw like a little pebble across the lake. There's not even like a little ripple, Maybe they're drinking some ripple.
I've got plenty of action on mine, but not about that.
You've had what?
Plenty of action on my MySpace, but not about that.
You have? That's because you're doing all kinds of whoopee on yours.
Yeah.
Well, I better start doing that.
Why don't you?
863 votes. Who is your least favorite departed QM host? Mo Howard David wins the prize, 236. The Booby Prize. All of the above, 197. Scott Farrell, 105. Geldy, 98. Not good. The Crow, 69. Kenny Walker, 53. Depot, 35. Mark Eisenberg, 28. Ron Hersey Highway, 21. And Joe Costello, 21. Same person. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Mike Granary here for Ice and Carl on Daily.
WQAM, hello.
Just get it in your contract to see if you can mail it in like you always do, Neil.
What is it? What did he say? Something
That's
about
the mailing it in guy.
Yeah, but I didn't hear what he said.
Blah, blah, blah. Mail it in like you always do.
Yeah, mail this, okay?
Rectum.
567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. There's not a call on that board, baby. It's as dead as a doornail. We were really on our way. I think maybe the whole Joel Feinberg thing, maybe that was a plot, because he would do anything to hurt us. Kind of threw us off our feed. You know, that's this market for you. The only time it's predictable is like when it's alien, you know, something ethnic or something that has to do with good hate. Good old country hate, as Joe Doggiola would say. Good old country hardball and good old country hate. That's what they stink their teeth into. But something revolutionary like the GM from across the street calling to offer me a job on the air and tampering with my contract right in the open here in public. I think that's fantastic. Thank you, Joel. When do we start over there? WQAM, hello. QAM, hello. QAM, hola.
Neil!
Yes.
Before me, you maricón.
WQAM, hello.
Neil, how are you?
Okay, sir.
As a 10-year fan of yours, I wish you leave them because QAM treats you like crap. And
That's correct.
Think they think that they can do with you whatever they want because probably no one else would pick you up because of the media consolidation and all that stuff. But I think you should leave and go. He obviously wants to waste money, and if he goes on the air to, like that to embarrass himself, at least he wants to,
He wants me bad, man. He wants me real bad. You hear what he said about something about a pickle? I heard that. Have a great day, Pally. Okay.
You too. Bye-bye.
Arrivederci. WQAM, hello.
Billy.
Yeah.
How you doing, boss?
Okay, Pally.
I could totally see you at 790 with Mo Howard.
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys back together again, back and forth would be great.
Yeah, okay,
You must
great.
have-
Yeah. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Oh, Neil, I'm sorry. First of all, if you left QAM, that would be like the death sentence for that station.
Yeah.
And can you maybe recap the series of events that led to this for people who didn't hear?
Well, what do you mean by series of events?
Well, I mean, I heard he made a call on Monday, but I'd like to hear a little more information, a little more detail about how that went.
No, he's going to make a call on Monday, next Monday.
Is that even legally possible for you to go over there?
Well, you never know.
Well, if you do, I'll obviously follow you.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, you never know because, it's one thing when people there's been no promotion of this show. They've violated every part of the contract. In fact, the interesting part of it is on Monday morning, I'll whip it out in the contract, too. I got it sitting in the drawer over here. I've got it in my drawers.
You'll whip it?
I'll whip it out for Joel Feinberg. Well, he said something about putting the old pickle in the barrel. I don't know. It sounded like a come on to me. That George Sedano, throw him in the deal there, okay, Joel? Maybe you'll have a deal.
He could be your on-site producer there in Toronto.
There you go, yeah. I do him on site, I'll tell you that, at least if that's not a phony picture on the website. Well, what are you laughing about?
Oh, Chris was making a funny face.
He's a good-looking young guy. I mean, he's probably not a broadcaster. I don't know. I have no idea what kind of a show he's doing other than sports. WQAM, hello.
A ti te vas por Jim Manzo, me meto una patada por...
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Geldy has captured lightning in a bottle over his ticket.
Yeah.
He is doing it, man. Him and Le Bastard, now they're doing it good. Squeezing each other's buzz and rubbing each other's nuts, and they love it.
Okay, dump that, please. I'll do it here, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Yeah, we got it.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. Geldy has caught lightning in a bottle. Maybe that's why he sounds like that. That would explain a lot. WQAM, hello.
Mo Howard just called. Said, get his name off your poll, Neil. Boy, doy, 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 doy.
WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
I already voted on the poll last night, and I voted for Scott Burrell because, not that I listened to anyone else besides you on QAM, but Burrell was absolutely the worst. I do miss Mo Howard because he provided you with some of the best material you've ever had. Two things real quick. You mentioned that one religious person that just died. And one of the things, you're always talking about how, we always pay attention to the Lindsay Lohans and the Paris Hiltons and not to the important things, and I'm in complete agreement with that. But when this Tammy Faye, that piece of crap, died recently, the people that came out and said what a wonderful woman she was.
She-woman, yeah.
They seem to forget that her husband went to jail, but for many
she was a part of the whole thing. She was just as much of a con artist as he was.
And a lot of those people that they took advantage of were elderly, people that lived in trailer parks. I mean, this woman was nothing short of a crook. And the last thing in closing is...
But Larry King liked her a lot.
Tonight on Comedy Central, I think 11 p.m. or midnight is Bob and Tom's second comedy tour.
Okay.
So you may want to keyload or whatever. They're kicking ass up here in Palm Beach County. I listen to them every day.
I thought they just took them off the air, or they're taking them off the air.
No, I heard you say that the other day, and you know what? It'd be foolish because they dominate up here every morning. And I've been listening to them for, I guess, over 5 years since they've been up here.
What a shame it would have been if they ever would have put them on this station. Wouldn't that have been a bad move?
Yeah, you don't be making double of what you're making now, that's all.
Good luck to us, Pally. Have a great day. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon. And that's because they don't do a sports show, baby. They don't talk about the Canes and the Fins and the Fins and the Canes and the Canes and the Fins. Oh, my God. You see, you think we got problems with calls, although we have a lot of them coming in now because Joel Feinberg stirred up the audience. He stirred the pot. He stirred the pot and George started smoking it. And you want us to put that in your contract, too, that you get so much weed every week with the deal?
I'll take the money and I'll buy the weed. I know where to get it.
Oh. WQAM, hello.
Hey, good afternoon, Neil. Thank you
yes,
for
sir.
taking
Good
my
afternoon,
call.
Neil.
Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for making your call, yes.
Now, is it true that Joe Rose is supposed to announce the game on Sunday, but yet that company hasn't said anything about that?
How the hell would I know?
Well, there's supposed to be a three-man booth for the football game.
Jimmy Syphilis and the Mad Dog and the Little Dog. Joe Rose is supposed to be on the games. I don't know. What has he said?
They said that they have not announced anything about it yet.
Mad Dog was saying that yesterday on his show.
He was saying what?
That he's supposed to be doing this three-man booth, but there's been no official announcement. Nobody's talked to him. There's been no meeting with the three of the guys together.
Yeah, that figures. That's par for the course.
Right, Neil. Well, wherever you go, sir, I will follow. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's what little Peggy Mart said, too. Follow, I'll follow. Remember that? RCA Victor Records, RCA Records. Little Peggy Marsh. I bet you've got that. I will follow you.
Dialing it up right now.
You got it?
I think so. This computer's
Peggy
slow
Marsh.
today.
I would say 1961 or 2. I believe I was living in Boston back in the day when that was a big hit. Terrible song, though. I will follow him or something. I don't know what it was.
Oh, this ain't
you got
going
it,
anywhere
Peggy
today.
Marsh?
I think the
You got
computer's
it?
dying.
You got it?
No.
No, you don't know if you got it.
No, I'm not getting it up.
What was that movie where it kept saying, I got it, I got it? Oh, that wasn't a funny movie at all. That was High Anxiety with Mel Brooks. That was on a couple of days ago, and you know something? Now, there's a movie that supposedly is hilarious and et cetera, and I hadn't seen it in years. It's not funny.
No, it's not.
Not even remotely funny, High Anxiety. Not that Mel Brooks wasn't ever funny, but that just ain't one of the... And AFI, the American Film Institute's got, after 100 years, 100 movies, their 10th anniversary edition. The top 100 movies of the last 100 years. Aren't you excited about that? That would be a good poll, although then Eric would
they do that every year, and they're all bogus.
And guess what's number 1?
Citizen Kane.
Yes. And guess what's number 2?
Citizen Kane sucked, by the way.
Exactly, with Orson Welles, when he was really fat. Number 2, The Godfather. The Godfather. I mean, Citizen Kane couldn't wipe The Godfather's butt.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
Exactly. Well, I mean, what the hell did the Citizen Kane know about the Mafia, for Christ's sakes? Even Rick knows more about it. Casablanca, third. Now, didn't you say you wouldn't watch that?
I tried several times, and I got pretty much all the way through it.
Raging Bull is number 4. Boy, talk about a bunch of bullshit. Good God. Raging Bull my ass. That movie is so bad. Singing in the Rain. Oh, yeah. With, what was his name? Gene Kelly? Wasn't he in that?
Yes.
Singing in the Rain. How would you know? That's 1952. Long before you were hatched. Gone with the Wind, number 6. Should I read some of these? Lawrence of Arabia, number 7. That was with that Queeness, Laurence Olivier. Schindler's List, which I have in the other room and I still haven't watched because it's another Jew movie. Vertigo. Oh, Vertigo is, how can that be number 9? It's certainly not the best Hitchcock movie of all time. It's not even close.
No.
It's not even close.
No.
Oh, Wizard of Oz, City Lights, The Searchers, Star Wars, Psycho 14. How can Vertigo be 9 and Psycho 14? Who made this list? Obviously a bunch of goyim. Wow. Shawshank Redemption is number 72. First time on. The General from 1927 came on for the first time on the list, and it's number 18. The General must be a silent movie. Wouldn't you think?
I imagine.
27. When did they start making talkie movies? Like 1930 or 31?
They're boots.
They're boots. Right about the time we had Frankenstein and Dracula.
Wonderful WQAM, where the action is.
Hey, this guy Burrell. And when I'm up in Boca Chica slapping old women with painted lips around the pool, I listen to the Neil Rogers 1 to 2 hour. Yeah, I mean I listen to the Neil Rogers Fair and Balanced 1 to 2 hour.
This is Eyewitness News.
A government watchdog group files an ethics complaint against Idaho Senator Larry Craig.
An undercover police officer said Craig made a sexual advance toward him in a restroom at the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport.
Craig now says,
"Do you want to touch my monkey?"
Craig went on the offensive, denying involvement in a gay sex scandal involving congressmen and underage pages.
Help! She's touching my special area! That is a bad place to touch. No!
And they were touching each other! In a statement, he said, quote, "They were misconstruing my actions."
Thanks for touching my penis.
Despite pleading guilty to disorderly conduct, the senator denies any wrongdoing.
They didn't even ask you to touch your wiener. You just offered it.
He already resigned a prominent role in the Mitt Romney for President campaign.
Take a walk, pervert.
102 at 560. It's our gigantic 1 to 2 hour. We are not going to make 1,000 votes on the poll today, and that's because Joel Feinberg, he screwed up the show. He threw us off our appointed grounds, didn't he? We only got 888.
Probably by design.
Wouldn't surprise me. He would do anything to hurt us.
Exactly.
That's what fat-ass Jolly Joe Bello is going to be saying on Tuesday. He would do anything to hurt us. Still, I just checked the MySpace. There's not one, nothing. It's like all the rest of the time. When did the audience ever respond to anything that I was talking about?
Right.
Almost never. Almost never. Unless it was Alien. Oh, yeah, something like that. I could read the rest of the top 100 movies of all time here. That would kill some time because there's no calls on the board. Oh, there's one. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
I find it very funny that George Redburn would never be heard again. Redburn's off would never be heard.
Yeah, right. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. Network is number 64, which, of course, belongs in anybody's top 10 list.
I'm as mad as hell, but I'm not going to take this anymore. Oh!
There are some others on here. Like A Clockwork Orange is number 70. The 70th best movie of all time.
Sad.
Isn't that pathetic?
Tragic.
Here's a fax from Bob in Coral Springs, who says, as the saying goes, I'd walk a mile for a camel, so I'd easily switch my dial from QM to 790. Hopefully this would be easier than the switch from IOD to 560, where you had to abide by a 6-month non-compete. No, hopefully it would be just as good when I got paid off to go away for 7 months. It wasn't 6, it was 7. I got paid not to work for 7 months. Here's what it says. A few things to consider. Avoid any non-compete. You should negotiate more vacation. Perhaps in the summer you could only work Wednesdays. You need a strong lead-in show. Stronger promotion of the Neil Rogers show. Taking George is a must. Get the words back. Get the sounds back. And maybe you could do some honky talk. Oh, yeah, that would do
Honky
it.
tonk.
Honky tonk. Lastly, what the F was Clara Bell thinking? Over the last few years, I listened to the Joe Rose Show on 790. Now Clara gets Joe back and immediately changes and destroys the equity of the name of the Joe Rose Show. Joe did a fine job as a single, but Clara changes the name, adds Jason. Why is it necessary for a two-man show? That's a good question for just 3 hours. You need to run for the hills, so move quickly to the NR Show on 790, says Bob in Coral Springs. I'm moving quickly, although the audience seems nonplussed, unimpressed. I guess they're not taking it seriously. Maybe they think that was a phony, a stunt call by...
yeah, you know, all our calls are set up. I pay people to make these calls.
No, they do that over there. 2001 is number 15. Great dialogue. Now, this list is so bogus. It's kind of like Joe Bell. It's bogus. And Clarence, bogus. WQAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a spy report.
Yeah.
This third guy named Tom. He was singing at a karaoke bar.
Yeah.
Georgia. And he said he was in radio sales. He's in Tampa.
Yeah.
He turned out to be little Tommy Denenberg.
Oh, good. I knew he'd find his niche. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, George, speak with Neil, Oakland Park.
WQAM, hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes.
Hola, mi amor, ¿cómo tú estás?
WQAM, hello. QAM, hola. That was Stu Gotts. That was definitely Stu Gotts. WQAM, hello.
This is Jason Jackson on 560 QAM.
WQAM, hello. That's blind Mike. Oh, now these two are getting whipped up. Well, it's a good thing that I'm starting to segue this hour into all these stories. 898 votes on the poll. That's another good job there by Jolly Joe Bell. A hell of a fantastic job. Him and Norma Kent working together, gland in hand. Because, you know, Jolly Joe, he's got a PI. He's got a private investigator, and he's going to go out and get these 4 or 5 guys around him all up. He's going to do, you know what he's going to do? Squat.
On what?
And when he squats, man, then I'd head for the hills. Because that aroma is going to put you into a coma.
Be afraid.
Yeah. 898 on the poll. I don't think we can make the 1,000 now. What did we just say for 950, Chris? This is very disappointing. I think we had the 1,000 licked earlier.
All right, we'll go for 950 today.
We were licking it. And now we got just 902. We need 98 votes in 53 minutes. What's the ratio on there according to Eric's thing? We need 1.9 a minute to get to 1,000. That's not going to happen. Well, that's like 2 a minute. I forget what we usually... What can we handle? Can we handle 2 a minute?
Yeah, why not?
I could handle 2 a pair. A B-52 bomber mistakenly loaded with 5 nuclear warheads flew from Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota, to Barksdale Air Force Base, Louisiana, on August 30th.
About 30, man.
Resulting in an Air Force-wide investigation, according to 3 officers who asked not to be identified because they weren't authorized to discuss the incident. The B-52 was loaded with advanced cruise missiles, part of a Defense Department effort to decommission 400 of the ACMs, but the nuclear warheads should have been removed at Minot before being transferred to Barksdale. Missiles were mounted on the pylons of the bomber's wings. Well, there you go. Just a minor mistake. Oops. What's this fax now? A lot of faxes here. Diamond Awards. What is this? South Florida. Oh, this is the thing with Joel Feinberg, but I don't see the picture, though. South Florida Business Journal and Levinson Jewelers present the Diamond Awards on September 6th, which sounds like yesterday to me, or today. The Diamond Awards give the community an opportunity to honor Broward County CEOs whose exceptional leadership has helped to set standards in the corporate community. Oh, this is some kind of a... Are we invited to this? You might get another free meal out of this. Join us in congratulating this year's honorees, and among these... Are you still there?
I'm right here, yeah.
Oh. Joel Feinberg, Sports Talk, $7.90 the ticket, is getting an award at some big dinner. Like he needs a free dinner, he needs that like I need hemorrhoids, okay? With all that money, Joel, you don't need to be eating no free dinners. 902 on our poll, and it's very, very sad. We were on fire there until he called, and I think he extinguished it. Wouldn't you think it would be like Barry Jackass would write a thing? Because on Friday morning, he usually writes his thing in the Herald. And he would write a blurb in the paper about how Joel Feinberg called Neil Rogers on the air on QAM Live and offered him a job to come over and do middays on the ticket. And the QAM personnel, by the way, were AWOL. They were like, they had nothing to say. They're mum. Probably will pack you a salami sandwich, fatso. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil. How you doing?
Salami and Swiss, please. I like trafe. Yes, sir.
I have a theory about the nuclear warheads. They were going to see if they could get away with it so they could bomb us and blame the terrorists.
Yeah, okay. WQAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Is this Neil?
Yeah.
You feel like you bought from the factory.
WQAM, hello.
Don't let George stand between us, Neil.
Oh, God. WQAM, hello.
Lower gang.
Stop raping me.
WQAM, hello. Hola. Hello.
Yeah.
WQAM, hello.
Hello, first time, long time?
Yeah, right.
Neil, you don't let George stand between us?
Yeah, don't let George stand between us, Reverend Jones. There's only one thing I'd like between us, a bullet heading your direction. Or maybe a whole bunch of them.
Unbelievable.
Would be good. WQAM, hello.
Hold out for FM.
Hold out for FM? And what FM would that be, sir? What would that be?
KPX.
KPX? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to Piper High. I'm going to sign up. They hate me at Piper High. Remember that call from that bitch?
Yeah, I don't believe that, though.
You don't believe what?
That they hate you there.
At Piper High. Well, and I'm sure that, what's his name, Footy is probably holding seminars going over there. If you want to be a radio, don't be like that Neil Rogers, that fat faggot. Don't do anything like that. He's non-radio. Be more like me. Be like Footy, you know. Wasn't his nickname, Kenny Walker said his nickname over there was Tootsie. 908 on the poll. We need 92 votes. I don't think we're going to do it.
Pulling more bits out from our ass.
Rectum.
Sportsback Radio WQAM.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I am not gay. I never have been gay.
Let's make one thing perfectly clear. First, you move your footsie from the heel to the toe. Make a tapping sound as you move it to and fro. Point it towards the stall of someone you don't know. And then you tap around like Morse code. Run your fingers all along the bottom of the stall to signal that you're ready for some toilet chin ball. When he signals back, he wants to tickle your sack. Why, that's what's called the baggity tap. Look all around and find a glory hole. If none can be found, squirm down by the pole. Push your head through to the other side. Then ask if you and he want to see eye to fly. You're in a public place, so make it fast. At least until you both have a blast. Then you genuflect and pull up your pants. That's what's called the baggity tap. Unless the other guy shows you his badge. No!
You're looking for glory hole.
117 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday to you. We have 9:15 on that poll. We're not going to make the 1,000. That's very sad. We'll be close, but we aren't going to make it. Close, but no cigar. Remember those great days when we used to have the cigars come in all the time?
Oh, yeah. I miss those days.
Back when we had an audience. Back when we had, like, salespeople that really, communicated with us besides Muff. Here's an article from Raw Story. It says, move over Larry Craig, the most feared man on Capitol Hill, promises he's going to release the names of a few more closeted Republicans in the months to come.
All right.
In a Tuesday profile of Washington outing, blogger Mike Rogers by Jose Antonio Vargas, the 43-year-old activist says he plans to release the names of a few more closeted Congress members on his blog, Blog Active. The one-time fundraiser outed Larry Craig on his blog last October. Following his post, the Idaho Statesman Dispatch reported this story, a piece that remained canned until revelations that Craig was arrested for lewd conduct in that Minneapolis airport bathroom in August. Larry Craig wasn't the first on my list, Rogers told the Post, and the Idaho senator who announced his resignation Saturday won't be the last. His intention to resign, that is. He's intending, or was intending, but maybe he intends to, Years before outing gay members of Congress became fashionable, Rogers was hot on the trail. Raw Story joined Rogers in reporting on closeted gay members of Congress and senior officials who preached an anti-gay agenda in public but lived another life in private. In 2004, following up on a blog post, Raw Story joined Rogers in reporting on California Republican David Dreyer, who, according to associates and former challenger, lived with his male chief of staff. Follow-up stories further revealed that Dreyer paid his chief of staff from both his committee and office funds at a higher rate than similarly experienced aides. The report, which drew attention from the L.A. Daily News and Hustler, failed to draw attention from the mainstream press. At the time, an editor from the L.A. Times declared the piece a non-story in a conversation with Raw Story and this reporter. The Washington Post omitted Rogers' work on Dreyer. Dreyer has vehemently denied allegations of his homosexuality, to which I would say,
you fairy.
After being handpicked by erstwhile House Majority Leader Tom DeLay as his temporary successor, Dreyer mysteriously vanished from the shortlist after a piece on Raw Story revealing earlier reports that he previously lived with his chief of staff. The Post also left out Representative Jim McCreary, Republican of Louisiana, who Rogers blogged about in October 2004. In addition, the article makes no mention of the outing of former Republican National Committee Chairman Ken Mellman, an architect of the Bush victory in 2000, or the former CEO and Director of Administration for the Republican National Committee, Jay Banning. This site reported on both. Mellman denied allegations of his homosexuality. Banning said co-workers knew that he was gay. Gay. 2 months before, Rogers had targeted then Virginia Congressman Ed Schrock after a source supplied audio recordings of Schrock calling a gay phone sex line. On the recording, Schrock described what type of man he was looking for, including his endowment. Hi, I weigh 200 pounds. I'm 6'4", blonde hair, very muscular, very buffed up, very tanned. I'd just like to get together a guy from time to time just to play, the erstwhile representative said. I'd like him to be in very good shape, flat stomach, good chest, good arms, well hung, cut, just get naked, play and see what happens. Nothing really heavy duty, but just fun time. Go down on him, he can go down on me, and just take it from there. Hope to hear from you. Bye.
Yeah.
Roger said he targeted Schrock because of his voting record on gay rights in a comment he made to the Virginian pilot in 2000 about gays in the military. You're in the showers with them, you're in the bunk room with them, you're in the staterooms with them, he said. Schrock bowed out of his re-election race. Rogers also blogged about ex-Congressman Mark Foley months before instant messages of him soliciting congressional pages surfaced on the web. The Florida Republican had voted various times against gay rights. I write about closeted people whose records are anti-gay, Rogers told the Post. If you're a closeted Democrat or Republican and you don't bash gays or vote against gay rights to gain political points, I won't out you. According to Vargas's Post profile, Rogers came out in his early 20s and spent the bulk of his life working for gay organizations, and it goes on, bada beep, bada boop, bada bop. Doesn't say how hung he is or whatever. 920 votes on the poll. Boy, really sad. I think Joel, I don't know, I think he put a hex. Is it possible to do that, like over the phone?
Why not?
Call up Father Mirren and see if he can conduct an exorcism on the phone. Not just for him, but I think for obvious other reasons as well. Maybe that's what our phone needs, a good exorcism. 921 votes. Least favorite QAM departed host. Mo, 250. Nobody even close. All of the above, 214. Scott Farrell, 111. Geldy, 104. The Crow, 74. Kenny Walker, 58. Defoe, 35. Mark Eisenberg, 31. I can't believe there are 31 people that even remember him, you know?
Who?
Exactly. Joe Castello, 23. And Ron Hersey, only 21. And that's because nobody remembers Ron Hersey, who hit the Hersey Highway and left town. Is Sonny Fox still on KISS or what? Do we know?
I don't know.
Do we care?
No.
Boy, I sure wish I could play that drop-in. Man. The one where he says...
Yeah. Hi, this is Sonny Fox. I listen to Neil Rogers because I can hear the word after.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Well, that seems to be making a comeback this hour, that word. Did you notice in the book? I hope you did notice.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Good.
We dumped it.
No. Oh, yes. That's the one that goes...
Pulling more bits out from our...
That's where we keep them.
We don't want to play the whole thing.
Bits of ass. That's where we get
Oh, boy.
I mean,
921 votes is all we got. Boy, this is really a sad state of affairs. Maybe that's because they think I'm a turncoat. You know, if we turned tail and got the hell out of here.
Who? The audience?
The audience.
Oh, yeah. They're so loyal to the station. They would never listen to another station for any reason.
We're sure not getting a lot of calls about Joe Rose coming back to town, to this station.
Well, when they hear him.
With Keith Jackson.
When the show starts and they hear him, maybe we'll get some.
Well, when's that going to start?
I don't know.
We have 80 spots an hour. We don't have Drew Rosenhaus on there doing live spots. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Sonny's on XM.
Sonny Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does the comedy. He introduces all the comedy shows on Comedy Station.
Okay, thanks for the bad news. Sonny Fox is on XM. Even a schmuck like him is syndicated. How do you like that? Or is on satellite. He's on something. Just a joke, Sonny. Just a joke. He always sounded incoherent, didn't he? Didn't Sonny? Yeah, he always sounded like he was stoned off his ass. I don't know why.
Tongue is really thick.
WQAM, is that it? QAM, hello.
On a good note, it was glad that...
WQAM, hello. QAM. Now, I punched it. That's a bad sign there. Oh, there it went. QAM, hello.
Oh, my God, you picked right up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. I miss it so much, the old Panther games. But do you remember when you were talking about Jody Hall all the time, and his wife called in, and you must have turned red like a beet, I swear.
No, I did not. Jody Hall's wife loved me. What are you talking about?
I know.
She came to see me at the hockey game. So why did I turn red? Because I thought her husband was hot? So what about it? He loved me, too, as a matter of fact.
Oh, man, I miss those guys so much.
Yeah, well, good. Keep living in the past, Pally. Keep living in the past. I miss those guys so much. Stewie Barnes and Jody Hall and Mike Huff and Billy Lindsay. We love the Panthers. Are they still in the league? Let's get some hockey talk going. That'll crank it up. In fact, that's going to be my deal with Joel Feinberg, is I'm going to do a hockey show.
First goal for the first time in this series. Rebe in deep. He was checked by Lidstrom.
Oh, there's that constipated Chris Cuthbert from the formerly CBC.
The point is with them as it comes back to the blue line.
Down low to Sharp. The centering pass blocked in front of the net, or rather adroitly there by Carberlay.
Yeah, let's get the Leafs games on here. Let's simulcast Leafs TV. That'll get us over the top. 5670560, pound 560 in the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. So Joel Feinberg, in case you tuned in late, you missed a it was one of the most amazing moments in radio history. That's don't you think so?
It's a first, I got to say. Been in the business a long time now, and I've never heard of it.
I never even heard of it. The general manager from the competition across the street calls in. We're doing screenless, of course. I pick it up, and he claims it's Joel Feinberg, and then come to find out it was him. He sounded a little bit too lively to be the guy I spoke to a couple of weeks ago when he was here in town.
Well, maybe that was his radio voice.
Maybe that was it. And it's come to find out that it was him. And now he's sending messages. He's text messaging with George back and forth. And then first he said I was an a-hole, and then he said he's going to call on Monday and make the deal on the air.
Right, it's nothing personal. I mean, he probably does still think that, but nevertheless.
Well, maybe I am an a-hole, but
right,
draw
money-making a-hole.
I used to draw a big audience when I was on a real radio station.
When you're allowed to do a radio show.
Yeah, and when anybody knows that we're on. I mean, well, what are these people thinking? I know that thinking is probably the wrong word, but what are they thinking?
What, these people here in this building?
Yes, the people in that building.
Sports. Did you see the game? What do you think they're going to do? How do you think the Dolphins are going to do? What do you think the Rays are going to do this year? That's what they're thinking.
That really turned us around, baby.
I'll wreck them.
Yeah. Well, we got the Dolphin broadcast. And, of course, we got Jimmy Syphilis doing the games because the Dolphin management, they think that he's a play-by-play guy. Wow. WQAM, hello.
Neil, I'm in the next stall. If I tap my foot, will you put up?
Yeah, tap this.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's not the right one.
It is the right one.
Definitely not the right
one you can't play.
Wonderful. WQAM 560.
Oh.
Crank it, baby.
I can't take too much butter. It shoots right out my ass. Pepper and paprika glue me to the can.
No, I can't take squash and asparagus. And coleslaw gives me gas. When there's too much butter between the buns, then I get the run.
I can't take too much butter. I can't take it at all. My ass burns from olestra. And especially sorbitol.
No, my feet start tapping in the quicksand. I gotta grab a hold of my pants. Thank God I don't like to eat butter. I just can't take the chance. No.
I can't take too much butter. It goes through me too fast. Every time I eat it, I have to change my pants. I can't take too much.
Okay, 133, 2702 at 560. We are not going to make 1,000 votes on the poll today, not even close. Thanks, Joel. You sandbagged us. I don't know how he did it.
I don't know.
That poll was on fire, and he extinguished it. We got 930. We need 70 votes in 27 minutes. Not even possible. Impossible. So what about 950? How does that sound, Chris?
Sounds good to me.
Chris says he'll settle for 950 an hour. It'd be a gigantic pay raise. The senior pastor of a Tulsa Baptist church was arrested outside a Northwest Oklahoma City hotel after allegedly propositioning undercover officer, police said. Oh, no. Sounds very gay to me. Lonnie Way Latham, 59, senior pastor at South Tulsa Baptist Church, was arrested Tuesday in a complaint of offering to engage in an act of lewdness. He was released on $500 bail yesterday. Officers working in the area of Northwest 39th Avenue and Pennsylvania Avenue were receiving several complaints from area residents, I beg your pardon, that men were, I started sounding like Lenny Martez there for a second, that men were flagging down passers-by and propositioning them, asking if he could perform oral sex on them. About 9:45 p.m., the plainclothes officer was driving an unmarked car and investigating the complaints when a car began following the officer's car. Both cars then pulled into a parking lot on the southeast corner of Northwest 39th and North Youngs Boulevard. The man driving the second car then told the undercover officer he had a hotel room at a nearby motel and asked the officer to go back to his room with him for oral sex, Becker said. Latham was arrested a short time later in the parking lot of the Havana Inn. His car was impounded. A conviction on offering to engage in lewdness charge, if one is filed against him, carries a penalty of up to a year in jail and or a $2,500 fine. Latham is one of 4 executive members of the National Southern Baptist General Convention from Oklahoma. How do you like that? Heidi Wilburn, spokeswoman for the Baptist General Convention of Oklahoma, said in a statement the group is deeply grieved by his arrest. Our first concern is for his church and family, she said. As Christians, we reach out to those who are hurt. Right. He's hurting. In 2004, Latham spoke out against the statewide measure that established the Oklahoma lottery. He also supported the Southern Baptist Convention's policy that urges its members to befriend gays and lesbians and convince them that they can become heterosexual. Right. Poof. Like that. That's right. Wave that magic thing.
That's how they got gay in the first place.
They waved their magic thing?
Mm-hmm.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless line. Here, we were saying just moments ago that we thought one of the most revolutionary events in radio history happened, and the phone is as dead as a doornail, and so is the poll. 934 is all we got. They got Stugatz, and look what we got. An empty phone. I think I'm going to start spinning wax.
Do it.
I think that's the only solution. Well, why am I stupid enough to think that going back to the calls that anything would change? Why would I think so? After all after 31 and a half years, I'm going to assume that these people suddenly have anything to say about anything? Am I a crazy person or what?
Well, yeah, and an a-hole.
Oh, I forgot it. Thanks, Joel. And back at you, by the way. WQAM, hello.
Jim DeFede has more...
WQAM, hello.
This is Chuck Meyer. Andy Caleb has a Napoleon complex.
5670560. Yeah. 5670560 and pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. Pretty slow here on the poll and on the phone. I think he drove him off. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil. How are you?
Okay, sir.
I have to say, between last Thursday and today, with Rick Shaw and Joel Feinberg, at first I thought it was a prank.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my car, and then when George said, no, he just called back and called you, whatever, I thought, everybody should tune in, 10:05 on Monday.
That's correct. But they won't. They won't, because they're not buying into this. They just don't get it.
No, I mean, I believe George when he said, no, he's texting me this stuff. And
that is correct.
Well, they're fabulous radio. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. No extra charge. Well, there's somebody that's getting into it a little bit. He thinks, boy, this is really unusual and weird and strange and pretty bizarre and revolutionary and yada, yada, yada. It has nothing to do with the ball games, though, nor any scores. We do have some numbers, like 935 on the poll, which is very, very weak. But we'll make that 950, though, and Chris will feel better. He'll feel like a real man. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to my peeps.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, guys.
Yes, sir.
Happy Thursday to you, Neely.
Back to you.
How's it going today?
No, it's the usual.
Quick question. Have you heard about that scandal with Howard K. and the other guy?
What about
Larry Burkett?
Yeah, Larry Burkett and Jerkett and whatever, yeah.
What do you think? I mean, you've got the eye. Like,
what do I don't care. I don't know, and I couldn't care less. What do you mean, what do I think?
Well,
are we going to revisit Anna Nicole and all the associated idiots with it? Who cares?
Are they a pair of screamers?
Do they look like screamers to you, sir? Do you know what a screamer is? Do you know what a screamer is? Yeah, that's a screamer. Wow. WQAM, hello.
Yes, Mr. Neil.
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yeah.
I got an idea that will improve the radio station.
Yes.
Bring back Defoe. He's looking for a job.
Yeah, okay. You bring him back. Bring him back to the house. Maybe you can do a stand-up in your living room. Or a sit-down. Defoe. I don't understand these people with Defoe. Do you?
No.
I don't get it. Maybe they like corn. That corn sure is special, you know? 21 till 2 at 560 WQAM. We got Mad Dog at 2 this afternoon. Don't forget, Monday at 10:05, we're expecting that call on the bat line from Joel Feinberg. We're going to negotiate our new deal, not just me. See, I'll take care of you. Chris? I don't know. What do you think? Should we take him with us or not?
I don't know.
What about Josh Cordes?
What about him?
You want to take him over there?
I don't know. We'll see what he says. I'll talk to him.
He could handle a website. That website of theirs sure could use some work, you know, instead of all those fake people on there, the fake this one and the fake that one. I guess they think that's very funny, by the way.
Right. Of course, Miguel's already over there, so we know we'll have a promotion.
That's true. We get some promotion.
Right?
Good,
It'll
good
actually
point.
do some things for us.
Lollipop, little boy?
Goodbye, Kenny.
And Bo.
Let's pack our things and go.
Sure.
We gotta clean up here and make room for the next bad morning show.
You know, that's the situation, sure, dude. Yeah, I know.
Sports.
Sports.
There's plenty stations we can go. Sports. To induce a coma.
I don't think we gushed enough over all the nebbish columnist Jews. You know?
We take pride in broadcasting doo-doo.
Sure. It's the management's take.
That is no mistake.
To nuzzle an athlete's taint.
And when that fails...
What you got there is a situation that means there's not enough sports on the air.
The Backwood Hillbillies don't care what listeners hear.
All you need to be successful in radio
is 2 or 3 sport-hole sycophant queers. Sports. Fired?
145. Out the door. When you told me that Drew Rosenstein's house was on with Joe and what's his name this morning, and that he did a live spot, that just put me over the edge. I mean, did you actually hear this with your own ear or what?
Yes.
What is the fascination with him, other than he's got some sponsor that'll like pay to put his ass on the air?
What's case?
I don't want to hear what the sponsor is. We don't want to blow out the sponsor because that's all we're here for. Okay, what is wrong with you? Are you a crazy person or what?
Yes.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, what is the obsession with him? So I guess basically what it boils down to, the Jolly Joe mentality and the philosophy of QM now is if you can find a sponsor who will let you do a live commercial for them, we will put you on the air.
Okay,
Is
and you have to talk sports.
Well, of course, that goes without saying.
'Cause I could do that.
You could do what?
Find a sponsor.
Yeah, but you can't talk sports.
That's right. So, therefore,
So you're out. You're out. So you better go across the street with me next week.
Yeah, I think I will.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Sir, you are absolutely correct about Mr. Rosencrantz or Guildenstern or whatever his name is. He's got about as much credibility as Larry Craig. And quite frankly, he's Levitard's twin brother. I have no use for him, and he's blocking up your airwaves. You guys need
like a plugged toilet.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, he likes to say that he's Jerry Maguire. Let me tell you something. That was Lee Steinberg. He's a pale imitation of Lee Steinberg, and he's a schmuck.
Amen.
I'm out. Thank you.
Well said. Hallelujah. Nice going, Pally. Good. There's the best call we had all day, other than Joel Feinberg, of course, that a-hole. 943 votes on the poll. Boy, that's weak. I don't even know if we're going to get to 950. I'm telling you, man, he did something. He put the hex. You know those rich people, they got all kinds of gizmos and stuff. He probably hired Mickey Dane or one of those psychic people to, like, put a hex on us
I would
right
imagine
over the phone.
a Haitian voodoo witch doctor.
You think that's what it was?
Well, we got lots of them here in town.
Or maybe a Jamaican witch doctor might have been it.
I
Not
don't know.
a Haitian, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Which then Jamaicans, you know, they got the good stuff, some of them. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
Let's talk politics. I'm only a few years younger. Are you still there?
I'm here.
I'm only a few years younger than you, but I do not believe in our lifetime that either a black man or a woman will be elected president. What do you think?
I think you're wrong on both.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So which would be the first one to happen, Obama or Ms. Clinton?
I'm hoping for Obama, of course.
Uh-huh.
But
Well, thank you, sir.
You're probably right. There's a lot of closet racists in America. They just, you know, they'll find some other excuse why they don't want to vote for him, and it really has to do with the fact that he's black. And have a great day. He just vanished. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, what's up?
Yes, sir. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil. See you.
When we take the callers like Eddie across the street, then they're going to miss us big time, you know what? Then they're going to really regret treating us like crap. You're going to be sorry, fat-ass Jolly Joe. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil,
I'm no sport hole, but I haven't been able to listen to Hank and manage every once in a while. But that morning show is the same as the old show. I tuned in twice yesterday to see what it was like, and the first time I tuned in, it was about football, and the second time it was about old Rosenhaus, whatever his name is, the sports agent. It's the same show. I had to slam my in the door to get the memories.
Yeah.
So
you don't like Drew Rosenhaus?
Drew Rosenhaus, that's the man. Like I said, I had to slam my in the car door just to forget the memory. It sucked.
Okay. See ya.
Boy, he's good with that button.
What?
He's good with that button.
Is he?
That caller? Self-censoring?
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, I was listening last night to one of your old CDs, like 95, 97, the Camila House CD you put out there.
Yeah.
And the material that's in there, Jesus, if you could play that on the radio now,
yeah,
you'll have like 20 points because...
Yeah, well, guess what? We can't and we don't, so good luck to us, yeah. We'd have 20 points. 940 votes on that poll. Boy, we just, it's like I said, somebody put the kibosh on us. You think that maybe after Joel Feinberg called in, they turned the transmitter on?
Yeah, the shish kibosh.
The shish kebab? So how was the food today, by the way, from the River
Are you
House?
kidding me? It was spectacular.
Fantastic. And those things sold out in 18 minutes, by the way.
It's always an adventure when you get food from them.
WQAM, hello.
Going back to when you were an amateur.
WQAM, hello. QAM.
I said, you're gay.
Oh, thank you so much. WQAM, hello.
We love you, George.
WQAM, hello.
Jennifer M. Yummy.
QAM, hola.
Huh? No.
WQAM, hello.
Good afternoon, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Good. First of all, I don't understand why people leave QAM because it's a better station. And number two, where's Mike Ranieri?
Dead. Still dead. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Hey, Neil. How are you doing? Sorry, let me turn my radio down.
Please.
Joe Rose, I really missed him, to tell you the truth. The Stupid and Stutter morning show was so bad I had to listen to Sid, as bad as he is. But then I turn on and they have the Drew Rosenhaus hour on, and he's doing live spots for, I won't say, but his automotive sponsor.
Yeah.
You know, they're killing his show from day two now, and I wish he, could just be by himself and not with 8 hours of spots every hour.
Every 5 minutes, 8 hours every 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, they're killing them, and they're not even giving them a chance to succeed.
They don't want to give them a chance. They don't want to give anybody a chance. Don't you understand? They just want the effing money, baby. Don't you understand? They just want the effing money. Succeed my ass. Anyway, we have 953 votes. Boy, we made our 950, Chris. Aren't you excited? I'm depressed.
So excited.
I am so depressed, man. In fact, Monday when I make that new deal with Joel Feinberg for us all to go across the street, we'll even take Chris with us.
Why, thank you.
If he'll take you, by the way. I don't know that he'll take you.
That's true.
Because he might send a message to George. He might send him a text message saying, yeah, you're I don't want Chris because he's an a-hole.
You're out.
Now, here's a message that says, Drew Rosenhaus is better than Dan Lebadouche. Oh, Lebadouche. LeBastard. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to work with Dan LeBastard. I guess I'd probably never have to see him, though. That would be the good thing.
Wonderful.
And I'm sure the feeling is mutual.
560. It's Dave in Miami town. All right. At 560 WQAM. Young Britney Spears in a wig of curls apparently does it with girls. The rumor is that she's a part-time lesbian. Enjoys the company of chicks doing all sorts of naughty tricks because she's a part-time lesbian. She has legs loose on Janet Jameson. Summer employee is a part-time lessee.
You fail.
When